Snoring is not snoring.
That's just his. That's
In
just his face.
fairness, sometimes when he's sleeping, he is dead silent.
Appa uses his fucking noises like sonar, I'm pretty sure, to figure out what's going on.
No, he's blind as a fucking bat.
Completely blind.
To the sounds,
mean-
at least.
I mean, my cat snored when she was around, so I mean, sometimes I'd like walk into my room and I'd just hear like, and that was her.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I guess some can maybe.
All right, boys.
I heard we were playing Pathfinder, but
Yeah.
apparently we are on National Geographic.
I mean, we haven't hung out in a little while, so it's understandable. Everybody wants to socialize a little bit, so that's cool. But I thought I would go through a little review of what happened last time, and then we could get going if everybody's good with that.
Sure.
Okay. So last time you guys did a lot of researching.
That we did.
Let's see here.
We've only got prisoners left, I think.
Yeah, you mentioned that you vanquished some haunts to the sheriff. You heard a rumor about some zombies on a local farm. You spent the night, or not spent the night, but you hung out in one of the other tavern that you hadn't been in, the Outward Inn, I believe it is called. And you were
Yes.
having a grand old time, and some people were playing cards, and the guy screamed that he won, and then there was a fireball and a bunch of shrieking, and there was 5 cards on the table, which somebody noted was very similar to the 5 prisoners. Unfortunately, I couldn't give you a whole lot of details, and I still can't about the card game because it's a lot more complicated than even this adventure path.
Mm-hmm. It's more of like an optional supplement thing.
Yeah.
I believe.
It's sort of a story flavor thing. If you want to learn more about those cards, you can definitely look them up. And I think the cards are...
They're basically just tarot cards,
yeah,
right?
it's essentially tarot cards, but there's like a game you can play with them on a competitive level, which I don't think tarot cards have, but I could be wrong.
I think they
Tarot card Gwent?
might.
Tarot card Gwent. We're gonna call it that.
Twint.
Cards Against Elfmanity.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
you
that
was a
also
loud snore.
you also learned about Father Charlatan, which that information's been added to the famous prisoners handout. And then we had a discussion about experience, which we agreed is currently at 1675.
Back up.
How much gold?
That I would have issued that last time. I don't think you actually got any gold the other day. Yeah, it was a lot of experience grinding, but you didn't really do anything to earn yourself money.
Yeah, there's no real physical.
How much money's in the oven?
Oh yeah,
I think there was only bones
I
in
do
the
have
oven,
that
I
note
found out.
here. I have survived the oven, did not defeat.
Yeah,
Survived the oven.
it's very succinct.
Something
Somewhere Hitler's ghost is
burning a
shaking
hole
his
in your
fist.
pocket.
Yeah, something like that.
He has PTSD.
You guys
ovens.
actually went through
Please,
several
PSD.
in-game days. You went from day 5 to day 10. And
Oh,
you
God.
If
had
I recall, we were waking up on day 10? Or...
Yes, this will be the morning of day 10. And at the beginning of day 9, I think it was, there was another letter added. So you're at VES right now.
Okay, so that's definitely making us think that he's spelling out the one chick's name.
Yes, I think you have
Yeah.
concluded that it is the name of the warden's wife.
Do we know if her body was buried, or is it like still in Harrowstone?
You
like,
actually unlocked a
'cause there's a lot
ton
of
of
bones
history about Harrowstone, and you know
That's right.
that for one reason or another, she was in Harrowstone trying to find her husband when the fire occurred, and the guards sort of locked her in the workshop to keep her safe while they tried to get things under control. Obviously, they never returned for her, and she died in the workshop.
Bitch
Okay,
got
so the
cooked.
bones are probably there, because I don't think anyone normal would ever go inside of Harrowstone.
Wife bacon.
Us included.
You actually did
So
pretty
apparently
well in
there are what?
Harrowstone, considering that you're not supposed to actually like the adventure path recommends that you don't let your players go in until they're level 2, and so you guys went in at level 1. I think you did fairly well for that level.
Until we ran into the easy bake oven.
I'd like to know how we're supposed to get to level 2 before we
I
go
know,
there.
right? Like, we're
Well,
almost done
I
on
think
all
it
this
helps to have
research.
somebody in your party that can roll diplomacy.
Yeah, well,
I've
when
never
we
heard of
level
that.
up,
More than a
I'll,
cleric.
when we level up, I'll put all of my points into that then.
You can only put
I
2
don't know
points
why.
into diplomacy.
I think it would
gonna
Okay, so
actually
I'll
intimidate the
put
entire
2
town.
it
points
would
into
probably
that,
fall to Zuzu's character because I think she has the highest charisma in the party.
then. She probably
does.
Definitely does.
And she gets a benefit from charisma. Well,
That's
I
true.
guess the Inquisitor would too.
Nah.
Well, isn't Intimidate for you based on charisma, or do you have a
I
different?
think that's something else.
It is. I thought it was based on charisma.
It-
Default is
Intimidate is
charisma. I know
charisma.
that.
It is
Default.
charisma, but there's several like traits and feats and stuff you can use to amend that. You can change it to intellect
Yeah.
or strength or.
Yeah.
Charisma's not one of your primary stats, though.
Definitely
I think
not.
charisma's a
right.
dumb stat.
Yeah.
Intimidating
both.
prowess is what I took.
Ah,
So I get it from strength. I think that's the only thing as an Inquisitor you need charisma
Yeah.
for.
Zoo,
I'm
what's
pretty
your,
sure I'm getting
what's your
that for
charisma
Prob.
modifier?
Ooh, cobblers.
mm.
You just reminded me that I have yet to eat.
She
I know what it is.
we printed off her PDF today. We got it all finalized, so it should be right now.
Yay.
Oh, I've got Intimidate as a bonus.
I think she has a
CHA
+2 to
up top.
diplomacy.
No, that's your score. What's your modifier? +1. That's probably more than everybody
Way more
else.
than everyone else.
3 more than me.
Yep.
I think most people are going to have negatives because it's a dump stat for most of your
Mhm.
party.
I've got
Yeah.
1. I'm not sure how that happened.
So it's okay. So you're the same.
But I don't think I have diplomacy as a skill
Class skill.
trait.
Oh,
Yeah, class skill. So I think
Yeah.
she does. So
yeah.
she'd be
So
better to put
Zuzu is
points
the
into that.
voice of the party, and so she will grow into that role and hopefully become more assertive as time goes on.
She's the mouthpiece.
She's been doing more and more.
Yeah, she's been doing good. Definitely a departure from her previous characters.
Who were a little bit
mean
more
the-
like police.
I like
That,
that.
or just like really like what's that word? Schizophrenic with their like, I'm good. Fuck you, burn in hell.
Yeah.
I'm good. Stab him in the dick.
That's Tourette's.
Or hello, sir. How are you? Oh, I'm just bummed out. Bummed out that my performance got interrupted. Why don't you go fuck yourself then?
Don't be such a pussy.
What the fuck?
Nope.
So
She's gone.
I would like to
fucking
point this
crybaby.
out. There she goes. I would like to point out that the comedian that we saw when the Sturges attacked, he was doing perform comedy for everybody and juggling. The Piper of Ilmarsh, one would believe, I would guess that he summoned the Sturges to the performance, but it was not like a piping performance, so probably that
There
was
was
actually a
music
legit
being
bard.
played.
There was,
Yeah, while he was performing.
So they just take any music.
but he wasn't playing music.
Correct.
He just noticed it, I guess.
Yep. He noticed. He made
That's
note
what
of
the
the
penis
fact
asked.
that the Sturgis appeared to move with the music.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get you all over to the Lorimer house, because that's where you're at. If it is Kendra,
I mean,
then
You
yes.
could go with this. Or you could go with
I think-
that. You could go with this. Or you could go with that.
I think outside of the research, we really got to get to the bottom of whoever's writing these fucking letters because that's
Town
we're
hall.
really getting there. Oh, the town hall meeting is today.
That's why we weren't allowed to continue doing research yesterday, because there was going to be a town hall meeting today.
What letters?
We
On
have
the memorial?
these,
Oh.
I think.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought you meant like somebody's writing letters, like mail.
Yeah, I
letters.
actually took
Here's
that
the
thing
deal.
first as
Remember
well,
that
and then I was
at
like, oh, I know what he means.
Yeah. I was like, did I fucking space on that?
Just space cadeted all around it.
Mm-hmm. We already know it's a vampire writing the letters.
I mean, we have
Vests
They're
are
really more
Vampire.
like diaries.
I
Vessel
think that's
Fire.
confirmed
diaries.
at this point.
I think it's more of a manpire, possibly. Or a fucking ghost.
Maybe
V
it's a
plus V
dessert.
equals
got out.
and it's a-
vampire.
Maybe it's a dessert, and it's a flanpire.
No?
Oh my gosh.
Maybe it's early in the year, and it's a janpire.
God.
Oh,
Maybe
I was
he's
just
made out of
referencing
metal
Magica.
and is a canpire.
Okay. You need to fucking start hitting him in the eyeballs with shit.
oh my gosh.
What is happening, Zoo?
You should. Did you make
Well,
your
part of it
keybinds
is
like your push to
she's-
talk Alt F4?
Part of it is
'Cause that
that
could be it.
she's running around the kitchen right now. And so... Well, are you microwaving things? Yeah,
That's what it
that's
is.
why.
Probably why.
No,
no, it,
No,
it-
it's just interference.
your wireless internet
Microwaves.
got interrupted by microwaves.
Yeah.
Or
The
rather,
actual
the,
waves from the
the
microwave.
EMF from the microwave. Yep.
EMF and ghosts. There's a connection.
Oh
So
my
all
gosh.
ghosts are microwaves.
Oh, shit.
Sure. Yeah.
Enjoy your meal.
These are
If you
meta
watch
ghosts.
Ghost Hunters, then yes, all ghosts
Yeah,
are
all the-
EMF radiation and or pipes. Like every time.
Always.
Fear cage. It's a fear cage.
I hear those actually work. But anyways,
If somebody was zapping my brain with a bunch of electromagnetic energy, yeah, I'd probably start seeing some weird shit.
interestingly enough, there's a therapy for that, like that uses magnetic resonance to treat depression and anxiety. I thought that was kind of cool. I know, right? It's only used in cases where medication doesn't work, though. It's like a last-ditch effort.
It's a latchkey kid.
Yeah, what he said. Okay, so morning dawns on Star Day, the 7th of Neth. It is a
I thought you were
quiet...
about this.
ahead.
Saturday.
What were you saying, Tanner?
I was saying that you said Star Day, and I thought you were going into some kind of Star Trek thing, like Star Date.
Yeah.
Ha! Nope.
Which is funny because I've been watching Next Generation. And I heard Stardate when he said it, and then I was like, wait, no, Stardate. That's what he said.
All the
Yeah.
connections. They've been made.
Stardate equals Saturday, correct?
Yes, you're correct. Little peach. Oh. She just dropped her peach cobbler.
That was
no.
dropped food. Yep.
Oh
I
no.
could hear that.
Yeah. Spent all that
Sorry
time
about that.
working on it.
Are you alright?
There's nothing worse than just like building up food and then dropping it.
I mean, it could be worse.
It
It
could have
could've-
dropped like
It could have
hot
been like
directly onto your face.
soup, and it could have been hot.
Yes.
It was ice cream and peach cobbler. I mean, it'll be sticky and
It's probably still good.
No shit.
meh.
Did it land on
Let
carpet?
me go get you a washcloth.
It went everywhere.
Don Knotts. Is that guy still around? He's not around, right? Who am I thinking of? Fucking the guy who played the parrot in fucking Gilbert Gottfried. That's who. That's what it reminded me of.
Hi, hello.
Oh God,
I'm Gilbert Gottfried.
the
He's
worst
alive.
voice.
Carol Channing?
How would you like to sit on my balls?
Fun
Yeah.
That's Gilbert.
Fun fact, the real mastermind in Aladdin is Iago.
The Barrett.
Yep. He is the one that suggests all of the plans to Jafar.
Meh.
Oh God.
No.
Bannon.
Be more wrong.
And
Biden.
And Biden? Oh my god. What a crazy combination that would be.
But he's a Sith Lord.
That's like
I'm imagining Biden just like with his like fingers steepled together, just like, I'll show you now, Obama.
that's like X2 X-Men United, where Professor Xavier and Donald
Magneto?
Trump team up.
Fuck.
By the way, I love in the Logan movie that's coming up here. I love in the Logan movie they had to use special effects and makeup to make Jean-Luc Picard actually look old.
What the hell's
They're
with
fucking-
that guy?
Patrick
His
Stewart?
drug of choice has been Earl Grey tea since fucking the 60s, so I don't think that dude's getting any older.
Apparently, Shakespearean theater will keep you nice and
I mean, Ian McKellen looks old
nice and
as
juicy.
fuck, and Patrick Stewart looks young as he did 35 years ago.
It's amazing. I'm
The
just gonna
problem
shave
is
my
that
head now.
Patrick Stewart looked old when he was young. Probably.
Yeah, that was
He
the
did.
issue. I think
He
he
probably-
traded his years like
Yeah.
forward.
He traded youth for vigor.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna pay my youth forward, and I'll be
Well, he
middle-aged
lost
in
his-
my 20s,
Yeah, he lost
but I'll
his hair
stay
at, like,
middle-aged
18.
into my 60s.
Yeah. He
Pretty much.
ages like an Asian woman.
Yep. I know
And
me one
like-
of
We
those.
did
Age is
have
better
that
than any
graph
Asian
somewhere.
women. Most Asian
And-
women
and
by
like 10
76
years-
look old.
In 10 years, he's going to lose like 2 feet and
Well, no,
gain
didn't-
like 30 pounds and just sort of dissolve.
I'm just
gonna-
fucking like,
Speaking of,
Oh my god.
has anyone here played Resident Evil 7 yet?
Seen it.
It's very good.
Yeah, I watched the playthrough. I had mixed feelings.
Oh, Tanner? Oh, I do too. It's great sometimes. Like I honestly love Game Grumps.
Yeah. I watched
just come out
Markiplier's
very slowly.
playthrough.
I used to really like Markiplier, but after everything that kind of happened in like recent years, he's kind of changed. It's a bit strange.
I feel like he's annoying and everything, but I feel like he's genuinely a nice person and does lots of philanthropic stuff.
Yeah, well, he hasn't really done much recently. There was the I remember back when I used to watch him was back when he was still in Ohio, and then like all this crazy shit. He actually moved to San Francisco because he was being stalked. I don't know if you knew that.
Nope, but that's a good reason to move.
Yeah. He was actually physically being stalked by a girl who like was being really uber creepy to him, and he had to fuck off because someone found out where he lived, and then crazy stuff happened. So that was one of the reasons for the move. Obviously, then there was the closer being to better internet, so he can upload more videos.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it was just weird. But then all this crazy shit in the past like year and a half for him is like, I don't know. He pushed a lot of people away, and he was very weird for a while. And it
Oh, I
sort
guess I didn't notice
of
that.
turned me off.
Okay.
When did you start watching them?
Guys, I love you,
We back?
but let's begin.
Okay.
We
all
all
right, I gotta
ready?
go. See you guys. It's a
It
fun
was fun
game.
playing Pathfinder, you guys.
I was waiting on
Me
you guys.
and Smith have some Overwatch
Yeah.
to play.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize
I
that
was-
I didn't announce my return. I just sat down. I was like, okay, they know.
Yeah.
No,
I'm sorry,
we
Yeah,
did
we
not
had
know.
no idea that you and Sue were done.
I
with
apologize.
Whatever you were doing. I'm sitting here browsing Facebook.
I was
listening to
originally
them
like,
have
I originally sat down. I was like, okay, I'll let them finish, and then I like
and then it kept going.
couldn't find a
Okay, now
spot
you're
to like
keep
cut
going,
you
so
off.
shut
So,
up.
all right,
Time to rein them in.
bring it in, bring it in. Let me get the stuff that I need for this day, and you guys can kind of meet and have breakfast and have some discussion amongst yourselves on what you want to do today.
Well, there's a town hall meeting.
I mean, her
she's
dad
probably not
died.
completely over it. Yeah, her dad died like a week and a half ago.
So remind me, if you will, these letters have been appearing about every other day, right? Or is it every 2 days?
It
Well, we're on day
has
10. The
been-
first one was, like, the third one was day 9, so every 3 days?
It's been so far. It's been every 3 days.
Okay. Ilix is going to propose that perhaps she and maybe somebody else should stay out one night and watch for anybody marking up the statue or memorial, that is.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
He
Is
makes a bunch
that-
of hand motions that signify, like, lay a trap.
That's a really good idea, yeah. I
don't
would join
know.
you for that.
Yeah. I'm not sure whether we should lay a trap, confront, or simply observe. It might be best to gather information at this point, and then perhaps lay a trap once we know what we're dealing with. Because if we believe that it is spelled out this warden's wife's name, we have a few letters to go, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, her name's fairly long.
So if we were to
Silanova, right?
Verseriana.
Dariana. Close
A lot
enough.
of syllables.
Vesorianna.
Yeah,
okay,
we
maybe
we
we've
got
got
time.
more than a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
Let those guys
it's
step up the game.
intended. It's by design to give you at least 30 days.
Oh, okay.
Which coincidentally is how long you're supposed to stay.
How about
Bum,
that?
bum, bum.
Okay. Haha. Jinx. Okay. So as you're nearing the end of breakfast, there is a knock at the door, but it's sort of a strange rhythm, right? It's like, let's see if I can replicate this.
I will answer that door, but what? Yeah, I'm gonna that. After the shit we dealt with when we went, maybe that shit followed us home. If it's the fucking oven, I swear to God, Griff, I'm gonna beat up Kentucky.
That would be great. I would love that.
Oh my God! If I open that shit
Alex
up, and
didn't even hear the door.
Alex is so
Yeah.
enthralled with the conversation at the table and the delicious bacon in her mouth.
Yeah.
She just can't hear anything else going on.
Yeah, she is balls
Please,
deep
definitely
in
the
that.
first to realize it. But Kendra also hears it. And so Kendra will get up and go, oh, I'll get that. I wonder who that could be.
I was rolling to see if I heard anything else
yeah,
on the other side of the knock. Or on the other side of the door.
Havelock with a
I'm gonna get
20.
ready.
At this point, I'd say you're
wait, is it?
probably in the other room, and so I don't know how much you can really
Okay.
hear through that.
Okay. But I don't hear like a moaning like a zombie or something.
Ooh.
Isn't it daylight?
It is
Open
daylight.
the door, asshole.
How the hell did that
Yeah.
work? That can't. Yeah, I'm getting the gun
Let's
either way.
see.
Fuck that.
I'm getting
I guess
the gun.
a 20
getting
would
the
give
gun.
you hearing the sound of a key being turned in a lock, which
And that's pretty.
you do hear a low groaning, Havelock.
All right, I'm grabbing the short sword, grabbing Gabby's great sword and telling everybody we need to be on our toes. There's something amiss.
Okay,
What?
I'm getting the
What are
gun.
you
And
talking about?
this is late in the. This is in the middle of the night.
No, this
No,
is early in the
it's
morning.
Oh,
Yeah, this is breakfast time.
I still hear him moaning, and I feel like
Yeah.
with Havelock's backstory,
Exactly.
there's two
Ooh.
types of moans. There's a good one and a really, really bad one, and it doesn't
There's
sound
a
like the good one.
Oh. Then there's a oh.
There's either a zombie
And sometimes
or
it's hard to tell the difference.
or a
Wait, should
a
we stop?
mid-coitus woman on the other side of that
Should we?
door.
Yeah, should we
Oh,
stop?
my.
What's her name? We should stop. What's her name?
Kendra? Yeah, I
Yeah.
would like to. I would like to ask her if I can answer the door in her stead. Maybe. It depends if
Why?
something seems amiss.
I think him saying I've heard two types of moans and that doesn't sound like a good
Oh,
one.
did he
would
actually
probably
say
be
that?
enough for-
No.
I thought that
but-
was out of character.
Yeah, let's go with that. That was out of character, but let's go with that. He says it in character.
Okay.
My lady, I've heard there are only two types of moans in the world. The good one and the really bad one. And that doesn't sound like a mid-coital woman.
Jesus. Okay. All right.
Ilix will
Of all the houses
arch her
in the
eye
Craven
at
Group.
that.
Yeah.
But she's
I
going
mean,
to quickly
Charisma
string her
is a
bow
dumpstat.
and get
It
an
is a
arrow
dump
ready.
stat, so I've got to put it. I'm gonna RP it that way.
That's pretty funny.
He's just really like succinct and not subtle at all with his jokes.
Okay.
I don't
well,
think it was a joke. I think he
Kendra
actually
will
meant that.
will absolutely cooperate with that.
Okay. I open the door.
I will be behind him, ready to blow the head off anybody who
Okay,
comes fucking through that door.
Let's go ahead and have you guys roll initiative while I find the map I want to use.
Okay then.
Okay.
Where the fuck is that?
I haven't
Oh, no.
rolled above a fucking 4.
How am I so poorly prepared for this? I'm the
I
one that
know,
opened
right?
the door.
You were totally like, that's probably a zombie.
I
and,
think
like,
I
you're
think
just
you were
gonna stand there.
thinking that's probably a zombie, but talking about the post-coital women like distracted you.
Clouded your mind.
You were daydreaming as you opened the door.
Nice. Coitus.
Surprise! It's the Corpse King. Oh God!
No.
We would die instantly. Wasn't the Corpse King a lich?
No,
Yep.
I just made that up.
Oh. No, I'm thinking of the guy who's in your backstory.
He wrote a backstory?
No, there's like the oh god,
Tarbafon.
Tarbafon, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's like the history of Ustalov, ancient.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a lich though, yeah?
Yes.
Oh
He
yeah, no, we
was.
could literally die instantly from him being in the room.
Yeah, but
But
he
like
doesn't
he
exist
died
anymore.
thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
So,
Like hundreds
Quote,
and hundreds of.
unquote.
So you think.
Also, I don't think he'd just be wandering around small towns.
Killing everyone for no reason.
It's an interesting strategy for world
I'm
domination.
recruiting. Ooh.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Overlord? I mean, that's what fucking Momonga did. Clearly no one has watched Overlord.
Do you have a few moments
mean-
to talk about undead and their impact on your community?
He's just got an army of fucking zombies behind him.
Okay, I
Free
pretty
labor.
much have this ready. One sec. So you guys verify the turn tracker for me because I have some duplicates. in
Oh
here.
God.
Yeah, no. Is it? Because that's on the turn tracker.
No,
Please
it's,
tell me
Oh.
you
it's
didn't
not.
open the door
It's,
to an oven.
it's not the oven. I'm sorry.
Follows all the way back.
Please immediately faints upon
Can
seeing.
can I just say something?
Yeah, what's up?
The idea that Imbermaw ripped itself out of a wall and followed us all the way back to Harrowstone is better than anything that this
Yeah.
adventure is going to throw at us.
Yeah. We open the door and the entire prison of Harrowstone has moved to the front door.
It just dragged itself, destroying most
Yeah.
of the town, and it didn't wake anybody up.
That's really
Yeah.
funny.
Hello. I'm the oven.
No, we just opened the door. It's
Get
like
inside.
it's like that scene from Family Guy where Peter turned the house into a puppet, and the entire front doors of Harrowstone are opening and closing like a mouth. It's like the fucking It's Monster House, but it's Monster Prison.
Hello, we're dead murderers. Get some eggs, please.
I'm glad my mind wasn't the only one thinking of breakfast.
We are the breakfast.
Okay. I'm going to move you over to a map.
Okay.
Move us over to our grave.
Oh,
Not
this is
finding
nice.
Ember
This is a
Moth.
swanky pad.
Wait a minute. Darp, is this the house from Bane of Magic? It is.
Use your imagination.
Oh, it is.
Swanky pad.
Imagine.
I'm surprised I remembered that. This is the
I
place
am
where
too,
Pathfinder-
That's from
actually.
like a year and a half ago.
That's
so
really
I am
impressive.
Very impressed. Where's
I don't
the
think I
front
ever
door?
saw this place.
That
So the
was
front
good.
door
Mm,
is actually a pair of doors, and it's up here because it's a mansion.
This is the house where Cycle told
So
that
I'm
guy.
the guy
Assuming we're
that
gonna
his
be
family
eating?
died in horrible pain.
Well, you guys just
Pasta
came
Del
into this room
Lorimor.
to open the door. Like this table here isn't like a dining table. This is like a study.
Oh, okay.
So I guess I'm at the door.
I'd probably
And I guess I'd be here.
Yep, that sounds about right.
You said you were right behind me.
Yeah, well, okay, so here.
Alex
Well,
will
I
be
don't know
wherever
that
she
it
can
means
get a
you're
clear
over my
shot of the
shoulder.
door.
Yeah.
Let me
I've heard
get
you shoot
kind of
that gun,
in
and
here.
I'm like, dude, don't shoot that damn gun right next to my ear holes.
You need to rip him off some extra wadding so he can stuff it in his ears.
You guys should be able to edit your initiatives in the turn tracker. Can you make those match
Oh hell yeah!
while I get this done?
Oh, we can. Neat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Do you have a 0 modifier in your initiative, Brian?
Yes.
Oh, what was the trait you took?
Hey, that's a good point.
Because I know you have
Yeah.
the improved or the the Carrion crown equivalent of improved initiative. And I didn't
Yeah,
think
but
your
plus
dex.
two.
Yeah.
And what's your
I
dex?
mean, that's not calculating, I guess. Oh, I
It's
probably
called
didn't put that into the
Perpetually
sheet.
terrified of the dead.
I mean, it's still in that one, but
Right.
Scat one.
in
No,
future
I
we
did
know
add
that
it in.
doesn't.
I did. It says +2 on for the trait there, but it's roll 20.
Why you do this?
Shake your hand at the sky.
Damn you!
And the general direction of whatever server that it exists on.
Yeah.
Or some other computer.
Well, I'm in the East
Or
Coast.
stuff in the.
It's probably
Or
a
stuff in the
bunch
sky.
of server clusters, actually.
I
But
got
yeah, it
two
is.
fists.
It's Google Cloud.
Which
It,
is
it
why
all
I
runs on
included
Google Cloud, so
whatever
it's
computer
absolutely a bunch of clusters.
Nonsense.
I'm shaking one north and one to the west. Ah!
Fucking nerds.
Just flip off and do a circle. There you go. There you just get everything covered.
It's like the reverse Muslim prayer.
Instead of directly towards Mecca, it's just
Directly towards
everywhere.
fucking
360.
Yeah.
I just sit in my chair, in my desk chair, and just hold out my middle fingers and just spin around.
Doing the like Homer fist pump with the middle fingers up.
Okay, if you guys are all ready,
No.
when Havelock opens the door, there is a zombie in front of you.
Well, fuck.
Is it Professor Lorimore?
It's funny that you mentioned that, because upon inspection, he looks remarkably similar to the man that you laid to rest nearly 2
Jesus.
weeks ago.
Oh.
Oh, no.
This is gonna fuck Kendra up.
Yeah, Kendra, you can already see, like, after you notice that, you look back and over your shoulder, and you can definitely see that she immediately recognizes him.
We tell
Is
her to
there-
run. Get out of here.
Is there a dead Uncle Lorimore that it could be?
No, this isn't him. This is Uncle Foramore.
So his face is like caved in, he can't speak, right?
Oh yeah, he didn't have a head, right?
Yeah, He looks
He had a
extremely
head,
grotesque.
but his face is like smashed.
Yeah, it's
so he
like
can't
smashed.
speak.
His face was smashed.
You burnt my lips off.
He slips. His face Slahobacroft.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's covered in dirt and his face is smashed in, but you believe he bears a striking likeness to
He
Professor
smashed his
Petrus
head into a
Lore.
hovercraft.
That's probably not good.
Kendra screams and begins trying to leave the room.
It's probably best that she does that.
Leopold.
Hang on. So me first?
Yes, sir.
Oh boy.
Looks like it.
Alright, hang on. I gotta get on my
Bang.
character sheet.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang.
Professor Lorimore. I guess that's why I was so shocked
Yeah,
by
right.
it
Yeah,
being
there you
Professor
go.
And
Lorimore.
I'm just so like not.
Professor Lorimore.
Fuck.
Nice read, Velma.
Really though.
I like that. That's funny.
Yeah, I guess I can't really use a grit point, but I probably don't hit. I mean, he's standing still, but either way.
Let me pull that up.
He's
It's
right
the
at
one
the
that
front
looks
door.
like a zombie.
like, I turn and look back at Xenesis. Seriously?
I mean, I don't discriminate.
I mean, I'm probably
I mean-
shocked too, which caused me to miss.
Ilix is sort of ghoulish looking, but that's just,
You're not. I think
bad.
you're
That's just
pale
hard living.
skinned. It's
So-
like you live in darkness, sort of.
Yeah, Leopold,
Yeah.
you miss.
Ammo.
When Leopold shoots, I'm gonna kind of hold my hand out and say, "Wait, maybe we shouldn't kill him again."
Wait, before I shoot?
Yeah, but he's dead. He's been killed.
I mean, no kidding.
I'm gonna just add, like, out of character, remind at
I've
least
already rolled.
how no you've rolled, but like I'm gonna say to Havelock and Xenesis, the undead are abhorrent creatures in our
Yeah,
religion.
you would
like.
Oh.
Under no circumstances would we be okay with this creature in front of us existing, regardless of the fact that it's the body of Professor Lorimore.
Yeah, that's true.
Well-
Shit.
Will my knowledge religion roll tell me if this is anything other than just a simple zombie? Like, will it reveal if this is like some other
Also,
form that-
try that.
You know that this is a human zombie,
Okay.
Oh.
and it is
I'm
likely
not
the
smart.
result of some kind of necromantic magic.
Mm.
Can I tell? I mean, I guess he's attacking. He hasn't done anything yet.
Well, right now, you open the door and he's just sort of like wobbling back and forth, groaning at you right now.
Okay, I did sense motive 22.
You're not sure that you could figure out his motives with his face smashed in.
Okay.
Xenesis.
Some of the facial cues you rely on are missing.
Your character would find this creature abhorrent and would want to kill it.
I think.
You have your channel. If you remember that thing that did awesome damage to the undead before.
May I suggest not burning your resources in the first fight of the day?
Literally in the early morning.
The
I'll
last
be right back.
zombie
I got
we
pizza.
ran into died pretty quickly, but either way. I mean, he still could. I hope there's not like actual zombie plague in this, because that would be bad.
With your amazing meta knowledge, you know that plague zombies are probably not going to be seen at level 1.
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
Did she tell you guys that she went with a hand dagger? Or a punch dagger?
No.
Punch daggers are awesome.
Oh, that's
That is
awesome.
Entirely, that is
I have one
entirely
around
not
here
like her
somewhere.
character.
I
That's
mean,
completely
fuck it.
nice.
technically she can use any dagger, and apparently YAPCG lets her use a punch dagger. So
Punch daggers are
fuck
That's
it.
dope.
Well, your PDF will show you. It'll be weapon 2 there. No, not that.
Just women.
You have a new front page somewhere that you just printed off.
Oh god.
Okay, I'm back.
There, your punch dagger. There's your attack roll, and there's your damage. Yep, D20 plus 1.
Poke.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh no.
unfortunately, Xenesis, in her desire to rid the world of this undead
Zeal.
monstrosity, swings at the zombie and falls on her face next to it.
Nice.
Does she?
Well, that's actually. Wait, were you in front of it? Or.
I think she missed it.
Stumbled.
She went
And
this
fell
way,
down.
she missed and fell.
Oh, so.
She
I've got
zagged
it.
when she should have zagged.
Okay. I am going to attempt to run past, like, flip over the zombie in a sense.
Okay, I will need an
Um,
acrobatics roll for that.
I'm going to advise you
that
that
was an
everybody has gotten close to those doors has rolled a nat 1. So,
Cursed doors.
Even the zombie did.
You succeed.
Cool. And then I am going to punch the shit out of it.
You do that.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, with all your acrobatic leaping, you try to punch as your feet hit the ground, and the jarring force of your landing makes you miss.
This is one crafty zombie.
so
He literally hasn't moved. He's just going.
this is like it's like
We are
whenever the Power Rangers get ready to fight, they're all like flipping around the fucking putties and stuff, and nobody's actually hit anybody yet.
Yeah. They're doing like
Um,
fucking kicks and moonwalk.
Okay, so since you guys are in close, it'll probably be bad to try to shoot an arrow because that puts a -4 on me, right? To hit because the
Well, I mean,
zombie's
he's up-
engaged.
He's
Yep,
up on
because you're
this
shooting
side.
into melee.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't want to worry about that, and I'm not really concerned about this, so I'm just going to drop my bow and pull out my scimitar and
So that's a
Wish
free
we all
action and a
had
move
daggers.
action.
say what?
It's free to drop your bow, and then it's a move action to draw your weapon. And unfortunately, since you don't have a BAB of 1 yet, you can't draw and move at the same time. So
I don't have a BAB of 1.
no, you have
Plus
a BAB
1.
of 0 because you're level 1 still.
I don't know
It's-
what you're looking at, but I got a BAB of 1.
Oh, you do? Oh well,
Yeah.
shit, man. Yeah, you can draw a weapon and move.
Cool.
Oh, you
Yeah,
have
I
straight
think
BAB
it's-
progression, don't you? Okay, my bad.
Yeah, I think Rangers.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, Ranger. Sorry, lost track of my tabs here. Anyway, Snicker snack. I don't know why that rolled. That looked like it rolled twice.
No.
No.
I only had
It
one.
always
I heard the sound effect.
the 3D dice always roll a second D20 for a crit confirm.
No,
Even if you
usually
don't
it
crit.
rolls it all together, but it made the sound of dice rolling
Oh,
twice.
I see.
Whoop whoop.
Well, you absolutely hit.
Yay!
If you rolled low too,
It's the
Wait,
cursed
oh my God.
doors.
the cursed doors of the lower mirror place. Should I activate a haunt filter here?
It's a zombie, not a haunt.
Yeah.
No, the doors.
I don't
No.
think
Not
it's.
the zombie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna examine him and see if I can tell what he's been turned into or any evidence that's been done to him? What do I know about this particular type of zombie? Yeah.
It's like a zombie.
17 religion.
It is very similar to other zombies that you've seen before. You know that it is likely the result of a raise dead spell. Nothing terribly fancy, right? Like, as far as your experience goes with undead, this is kind of a run-of-the-mill human zombie.
Okay. And he does not appear to be... You know what? Okay.
No special dialogue for you.
And
I
flanking.
was
That ought
looking
to do
for
it.
something.
He's groaning, but it sounds more like throat gurgling, because he doesn't really have a mouth. Yeah.
What sound does he make?
You hit and quickly decapitate him. It's smashed in.
Yeah, smashed head. Yeah.
I'm sorry about this, Professor.
I think. Okay, I'm gonna go out of character again to kind of clarify my previous statement. The fact that he was raised from the dead is important to us. We wouldn't consider this creature in front of us the professor, even though it's the professor's body.
Yeah.
We would be mad that somebody did this to the professor's body,
Right.
but like we wouldn't even associate that. Like in our religion, like the fact that this body was raised from the dead is just like this is a court, this is a body.
Yes.
It happens
No,
to be a really evil choice, but like we wouldn't even
Yeah.
like you wouldn't want to apologize to it because
I think that that's
Well,
well within the rights of my character to
I think
make
you can
that
apologize
choice.
to the professor that this happened.
Yeah.
maybe, but not that you're cutting off his head.
Or that I have to cut his head off because it's defiling a body, even though this is necessary in the religion. Defiling a body and not giving it a proper burial and stuff, treating it with respect. That's
Oh yeah, I think you're
abhorrent
totally
as well.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you could be apologizing to Lorimer's spirit, not to
right,
his husk.
I am. Plus, Havelock is a dipshit. He doesn't really know what the fuck.
I guess
he's
I've
just
only
doing
trained
shit.
you in combat.
Yeah, he's not a smart man. I mean, he's normal intelligent. I don't think you have to roll for that. You can probably take a 10 or a 20 on that.
She's got her loot. She's got her loot suit on.
I don't think the roll matters.
I would make a bunch of probably pretty intricate hand gestures that I don't know if you guys would understand from the little book that Havelock's been making you guys, but like I would suggest that we return this corpse to the graveyard immediately, like post haste. I'm really having a bad day.
Really?
Yeah.
Kidding.
Go ahead.
Is it burial is your prescribed funerary practice? Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of what
I'm
I was
gonna-
figuring.
I'm gonna kneel down and examine Professor Lorimer's body to see if I can make anything else out of this.
Ilix is
Yeah.
going to step out here and sort of look around to see if, see if make sure there aren't any others, out, roaming around. Making sure we're
Right.
not like in the opening of Dawn of the Dead.
I'm gonna
Okay.
guess not.
No. You find her. She's actually around the corner, but I'm too lazy to move her token. And she's on the ground with her knees hugged to her chest, and she's just sobbing.
Cheese and rice.
We're already dead. Oh my god.
Upon hearing her crying, I'm just gonna like go in and grab some paper and pencil and just like write notes to Kendra so that she can understand me, and assure her that we're going to find whoever it was that did this, and that she should probably stay here in the house and try to stay safe.
She continues sobbing for about 10 minutes while you all try to figure out what to do. She's pretty incoherent now. Like, you can't really understand what she's saying, and she just gives up trying to talk because she's crying so much.
Ilix is trying to remember if she knows why a zombie, like if this is a normal thing for the recently risen dead to return to places they frequented in their like places with strong emotional bonds or contacts or something like that.
I would say you suspect that that's a possibility, but you don't really know for sure. It's a good hypothesis.
When Ilix floats that idea, I will say, well, remember that in Professor Lormer's will, he anticipated attacks on his daughter.
Yes.
I wonder if he anticipated this as well.
I wouldn't put it past him.
It's entirely possible.
He was a very intelligent man.
We should cover the body.
Lee would recommend that this might just be a ploy of the Whispering Way to get at Kendra and the supplies that we're supposed to deliver a month's time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a foul practice, but an excellent terror tactic.
But we should take care of the body.
Yeah, do we have
Yes.
anything to cover the body with?
Probably a
I
blanket
shall
or
fetch a
something.
rug.
Just grab some trash bags.
You guys are just gonna treat it like you killed a hooker in your hotel room.
Well, when we...
It was a car.
No, Cyril, when they're dead, they're just hookers.
Hooker.
God.
I would recommend getting the sheriff involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Father Grimborough.
Yes. Grimborough had a litter. I believe we had. Do we take a wagon or a litter or something like that, and would to carry the other zombie back to?
It was like a stretcher or something. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, we
So-
should get that.
So I know Grimborough had that. So I
I
think
mean, I'm
Ilix
sure
would be
the-
inclined to go do that.
I'm sure the sheriff has, journeys for dead bodies.
That's fair.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
That might be a little
Um,
meta, and I think it would be outside of your religion.
Yeah, I
'Cause
think that's outside of our
that's-
religion.
That's desecrating. That's further desecrating a corpse.
Yeah. No.
No, because you're
How
not
would-
destroying the body.
Right.
Like desecrating. Well, if you
Well, it's not
depends on
possible.
how you bury it.
They don't have I don't think they have formaldehyde and shit.
Yeah, I think
No, but they do have magic.
Letting nature take its course with the body is the point, not forcefully destroying it or and
Yeah. No. Yeah. I
is
believe
it
it's
gentle repose?
gentle repose. Yeah. You might have that. I don't know.
I think she gets that in her healing domain.
Does Father Grimborough have that? In which case, one must ask, why didn't he do that before?
Exactly, that's what I was just thinking.
Because they're not expecting necromancers to come running around their graveyard.
Fair enough.
What level is gentle
I mean,
repose?
I really doubt he's gonna rise
I
again. I
want to
cut
say
his
it's
head
level
off.
1.
It's a level 2 cleric spell.
I believe it doesn't last forever either. Yeah, it's a day,
One
per,
day
level.
per level.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that actually makes sense then. If he did cast it on the
Oh,
professor,
actually,
it would have
it
long
does
worn
the
off.
opposite of what we were thinking. It prolongs the time in which you can use the raise dead spell
Oh.
Oh, that explains it.
because it preserves the body.
Ah.
That was gentle repose.
Yeah.
Do they have something that's called brutal repose, which does the
Like-
opposite?
Gentle
Okay,
dissolve.
can we move on to the sheriff? I mean,
Sure.
I feel like we've exhausted this and we're just...
Yeah.
Now, Kendra heads up to her bedroom.
I'll leave you a sandwich by the door.
She doesn't want to be seen with the sheriff.
Blah 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 blah.
So one of you runs off and grabs the sheriff. I don't really care who.
Not me.
Yeah,
imagine
He
me
comes
fully
back
running.
waving his arm.
and he he audibly gasps when he witnesses the beheaded corpse of Professor Lorimer at the Lorimer doorstep. Yeah, like that. What happened here?
It appears the
Oh, this won't do. Oh my goodness.
Fuck.
he was our friend, but fuck
She
that
makes
guy.
it so hard to keep character. She's
I
so
know.
like that.
Ilix will be probably now cleaning the goop off of her scimitar, and
But you
suggest
didn't
that-
have goop on your scar.
Yeah, I chopped him.
She cut him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I didn't
Oh, yeah, I
You're about
deal
to
the
punch
death
it.
blow, but I gave him a wicked hack.
Got some zombie goop there.
hmm And
Yeah.
she'll say, "Perhaps it's time that you consider keeping a guard on the cemetery."
Or at least
Yes.
a lookout.
If you
I'm-
want to.
I'm certain that Father Grimbo could arrange for the acolytes to up the guard on the wrestlands. It would seem that we have a necromancer in our midst.
Do you
It
think
would
that?
seem that a zombie can walk through the entire length of town without being noticed.
Well, out of character, the Lormer place is actually in the southern part of town, so it's pretty close to the graveyard, actually.
I thought the graveyard was on the
I thought the
northern
rest of
part
this
of
was on
town.
Oh,
the
that's what
north,
I
yeah.
thought.
I could swear the map it
I
was
think
from
you're
the north.
right, actually. Let me double
And then
check.
south is Harrowstone.
But he did get here in the early hours of the morning.
Yeah. Of course, I don't really know how. We've only seen like 2 guards in this whole town, so
Yeah.
the
It's
whole
also
place has
entirely
kind of
possible
got a.
that he was dug up,
Just a small
moved,
town.
and then raised.
You know what? I
Mm.
think you're right, actually. I think the Wrestlands are north. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, I did walk through the entire length of town. That is impressive.
He might have been dug up, moved, and then resurrected.
That's a possibility.
Well, I tried
Maybe
to
we
look for
should-
tracks, but I
So,
couldn't spot anything.
Oh, your survival check. Yeah, I'm sorry. That doesn't.
Yeah, it
don't
was
find
it was it was real bad.
all right, here's my plan. We get Father Grimborough. We take the body back to the grave or whatever he wants to do with it. We examine the grave for clues.
Sounds good, Fred.
We're definitely going to want to bring the father
You
with us.
you may want to let my deputies and I handle that.
Oh, all right.
The last thing I would want is everyone pointing fingers at the outsiders and calling them the necromancers in town.
Because of the implication.
Because
The
of the
implication.
implication.
Plea would,
Are we
would
hurting
bow
these
and thanks
villagers?
to that, probably.
I'll
Nobody's
give
gonna
him a
hurt
nod.
them.
It makes sense.
I think what he's
They
saying
would
is
just
the
question
opposite.
my judgment at that point, whether or not you'd been swaying me.
Can't really have people questioning the law right now.
He's saying that yeah, they don't. Us being seen to be involved with a zombie in any capacity is a bad association.
Yeah.
So perhaps we should go to the town hall meeting then, I guess.
Well, the town hall meeting will be at dusk tonight.
Okay.
Well, then let's go do more research and maybe ask Father Grimborough about this
But,
latest happening.
I really don't know how to say this, but it's really only meant for the townsfolk.
Well, certainly they'll have questions that we might be able to answer to ease some minds.
You see him kind of scratch his chin a little bit. I suppose I could probably get you a seat in the back.
I would recommend
I don't think
to
Kendra's coming.
Havelock that we should have maybe one person for Kendra. I don't think so.
Didn't we ask the sheriff to keep like a deputy posted here?
Yeah,
When we're gone.
yeah, we should mention
That's
that.
when you were gone.
Okay. I mean, I'll stick around behind.
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
Kendra's
the
gonna
house
be. She'll be at the town hall meeting. I mean,
Oh, well, then I'll go there.
okay, because I know that, like, you know, even though, yeah, like, the zombie did go throughout the entire town, but it did go throughout the entire town and then come here, so, like, it's not completely above the realm of possibility that more could come to this
Right.
house.
sure, I can arrange that.
Also, keep an eye out because it seems clear to me that whoever raised Professor Lorimer seemed to have designs on his daughter.
Yes, it would certainly seem to be sending a message, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go do research now.
Yeah,
Now that we're done here.
we're gonna go be nerds for 8 hours.
I will speak to Father Grimborough, and we will see that it is returned to the grave. We'll see if we could perhaps reattach his head.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, well,
Comes with the job. He looks extremely disgusted.
I think they have
gloves.
gloves.
They have gloves, but not like latex gloves.
It'd be like
They have,
leather
like-
gloves, and then you
like
have to clean
waxed
them.
leather.
Yeah, waxed leather would be about as close as you could get.
Yeah.
Or intestine, but intestine would be really hard to make into a glove. It's pretty fragile stuff.
Good for sausages, not good for the gloves.
Yeah, makes okay condoms though. That's what they used it for.
Sausages.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're right.
I think it's
Like,
just
I
that
would
a
be
sausage
upset.
looks like
I'd
a
be
penis.
upset, but you're legitimately correct. That is the origin of
Probably, yeah.
one for Zuzu.
Pretty sure because they just look like dicks, but go for that too.
So you guys are all leaving then? Okay. All right.
Kendra would be like Kendra's under guard when we're not around.
Yes.
Cool.
She is absolutely upstairs sobbing her mind out.
Oh, you probably hear it.
Yeah, I would
mean,
say you can
she-
probably hear her hysterical cries for a little while, but probably
I mean,
not
yeah.
as you're walking away.
We're not gonna hear them across town in the
Yeah.
cathedral where we're
It's
doing
like-
research.
Suddenly it goes to an orbital picture of planet Earth, and you can still hear it screaming. I love that you guys all did that in unison. Oh man. Alright, so where are you heading?
The
guess the
research
church.
is the church, right?
Yep,
Who did
the church library is a good spot.
I believe since we can't use religion, we've been using Zoo as the main roller. Because she has the highest int score.
All right, so here's what I say. Oh, that's right.
Kirik laughing in the distance?
So I'm at -1. Is that where
Yeah.
we're all at? Oh no, it's our skill check.
Well, I mean, your knowledge is based on your int, so whatever your int score
Yeah.
is, it's not trained. It's gonna be your int is 2 plus 2. Cool. So you're the best for rolling knowledges.
And we're doing knowledge local, right? Is what we got to do, or history.
Well, are you guys are probably trying to unlock the remaining 2 prisoners, right?
Yep.
Yes. pan flute dude.
If I
And
recall, we
those
didn't have it trained, so it was just like zoo
Bars
rolls and then we all
swamp
assist.
guy.
It would be history or local.
Wait, let's decide what we're doing.
So
So she's the only one that has a positive history. Yeah.
well, for research, it doesn't matter.
If
You
you
can
are
do it
researching
untrained.
any location with documents, you don't need to have it trained. So whoever has the highest int is probably going to be your best bet.
Not
I
me.
mean, nobody for sure, but I
Nobody-
wanted to see if somebody else had like a +1 or a 0. Maybe we could split our rolls up. Have
I'm
you
minus.
both roll?
Yeah, no, I've got nothing.
Nope.
We should
So-
have all been bards.
That would
Okay.
have made the
Traveling
second
troop.
chapter of this really, really hard.
I don't think we
The
need to
traveling
all be
troop of
bards,
bards.
but
No,
one.
5 bards.
I feel like that
Combat
strategy would
bard,
not
buff
work so
bard,
well in the
control
second
bard.
chapter of this story.
Okay, so zoo roll, and we'll all assist.
Are we doing history?
Well, that's not going to be high enough to get it, even if we all succeed in assisting.
Don't worry, I didn't. Oh yeah.
At this point, you might as well roll individually.
Yeah, but we already declared what we were doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we needed like,
Can I hire the
if I recall,
father
we
to
need
do
like
it?
a 25. Like the only way we get it
Yes.
is
Yeah,
if
right.
we assist.
Not
So
on
like
those
something
guys.
huge.
Not on those dudes. We don't know anything about them.
Well, no, it's just the bonus from being in the library, right? Like we get a bonus from being in here.
Yeah, there's a
I don't know
small
how much
bonus,
it is,
but it's not going to be enough.
Small. Ugh. Yeah, so like we need to roll high and then have all of our
yeah, I mean
assists pass.
the DC for unlocking them, I believe, was like 25.
Uh-huh.
Hardly dumb high.
Yeah,
so
I think that's what got us Harrowstone.
if Zoo doesn't
so
have a
that's
good
what I'm
roll, then we
saying.
might as well just not roll.
That's a
To
good
unlock
point.
anything about them at all, we have to get a 25?
To unlock
Uh,
their full story. You know their names.
Yeah.
Okay.
You searched the library for many hours looking for any hint to
The
The
Piper.
I guess.
the Piper of Illmarsh.
And all we
You
find is
find
books on
many
marshes.
references to his real name actually being unknown. And that makes it kind of a dead end for you as you try to look up. Because previously, you had looked up their murderer name and then their real name, and then you'd found out information about their crimes. But the Piper of Illmarsh, strangely, his real name is not recorded, and so that gave you a bit of a dead end in your research today. Yes, it does. I'll go
Meat.
wash
Town,
the
town
Cheeto dust
hall
off
meat.
my hands.
Hall, town meat.
Dried book place. The library?
I'm gonna point out that we're
This
in a
is a
cathedral of your
Of your
religion.
church.
And like you live across
seem to
town. Like
hate
this
it here.
is your church.
Not even across town. She lives right down the street. You can see it from her like front porch.
You can probably see it
She's
from
like,
everywhere
"Ugh."
in town.
Fuck this dead, dry place. This place sucks. Why did I dedicate my life to this?
I feel like she got into it more for the missionary work. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
You're laughing an awful lot of your own
Oh.
joke.
Damn.
You're laughing way too hard at that.
I was totally with you for the first 3 seconds, and everything after that totally undid that.
Okay, town hall meeting. Boom.
Yep.
Summary.
So, yeah.
You actually meet Kendra outside the town hall, and she seems to have collected herself since then.
I put a reassuring hand on her shoulder.
Okay. She's,
How?
that's. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No,
No,
you go
do
ahead.
your thing. Do your thing.
Don't look at my screen, bitch.
We're
Don't
outside
look
the
at my
hall.
screen, bitch.
I'm not looking at it, she says while her eyes are locked set on my screen.
Zuzu, my eyes are up here.
Yeah, my eyes are over here. Anyway,
Keep your eyeballs to your damn self.
that's right. So Kendra meets you outside, and you place your hand on her shoulders, and she sort of like brushes it off and says, "That's quite all right. I'm fine now."
Are you fine now? That would be weird if you were fine now.
Well, clearly not, but we're in public.
Okay.
She sort of
keep
like
buggering on.
dusts off her dress because she's flustered, and she goes, "So you're not technically invited to the town hall, but I think if I bring you in, everyone will be so busy listening to the councilman that they may not notice you."
We'll just
I
stay
would
near the
make
back.
some hand gestures like we should stay in the back.
Yeah,
How tall or how big is this building?
that's a town hall.
Hopefully.
You think it could probably house somewhere in the ballpark of like 60 people if you really wanted to.
Okay, like does it have like a second floor?
Is that like
or
No,
like a
it's
balcony?
it's a one floor building, but it's like
big?
it's sort
wide
of like a
open courthouse?
small town church, you know. It's like it's basically like one floor, but the roof's really high.
Does it
Yeah.
have a loft or anything? Because Ilix
Yes.
kind of wants to like get up above and out of the way so that she can like
I think
have
if
sort of a
anyone
bird's
spotted
eye
you,
There's
that
a
might give
chimney
that-
right there.
Yeah, there
I think
is
it
a
might give
loft.
the wrong.
I mean,
think
there's
it might
not
give
like
the wrong
a.
idea, though.
So when I say there's a loft, I mean there's beams going across the ceiling, but there's not like a specific like attic space or like hayloft or anything like that.
you're
You're
gonna hang from the beam.
So we walk in, Ilix kicks the door in behind us, Widowmaker's up to the loft and just chills up there because that's less suspicious.
wait, Widowmaker.
Yeah.
Well, roll my stealth
Gemma
because
knows, yeah.
I don't want to be seen.
Me
Oh,
too.
she's doing it.
It's I believe my modifier is an 8.
Okay.
Let me see.
That's mine. Mine is a 1.
Stealth. It's a 6 plus 6.
This map is a pain in the dick.
Yeah, I guess. Oh my god, they're clones.
Fuck you.
Townfolk 1, Townfolk 2, Townfolk 3.
It's like the Separate Wives.
Jesus. So,
No wonder they don't trust us.
oh god. So, you find your way in. Kendra, I need to put in here as well.
Well,
He did.
he rolled stealth for us.
Oh God, that's a lot of people.
Yep. Thus far, no one has noticed you, but there's a lot of loud clamoring. The room is packed with villagers, and they're already all in discussion about recent disturbances in town. There's talk of zombies and sturges and fires that were unexpected. And after
Is
a
that-
short, go ahead. Sorry.
Is that Hillary Clinton? It looks a lot like Hillary Clinton.
No, but I remember
No.
the guy.
No, it's not. That's actually
Okay.
Councilman Murda. You would have met her before, but I didn't have art for her then.
Okay.
Oh, the one up on stage. I thought you meant the women
Yeah.
all around. I'm like the babushkas.
No, they don't look like Hillary
Okay.
Clinton. That
Wow,
looks
that
a
looks
lot
a
like
lot.
Hillary Clinton.
Damn.
It was also weird
Oh.
that she has a profile one. Like,
Yeah.
That's just the art.
Maybe
that's
she's
available.
Two-Faced, and when she turns around,
No,
the
I
rest
get
is a
it.
lich.
Let's see.
I just remember this guy who looks like the Gorton
Did you guys
Fisherman.
roll stealth, or you just declare that you were doing stealth?
Well,
I
'cause
think you
normally
rolled
you
stealth.
I do.
wanna roll it.
I do indeed.
Okay, mine is 1. I think his
Yeah.
was
+6.
6. Damn, your stealth is fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the town is kind of, or the town hall is kind of clamoring, but talk seems slow in your general vicinity, as every eye seems to turn to look towards you that are now entering into the building. Nobody really says anything to you, and nobody looks particularly perturbed that you're here. They see you in the general vicinity of the sheriff, and you see them kind of keep to themselves about it. The conversation soon becomes heated again, as one villager complains about the sturge attack at the inn, while another tells a story about how he found a skeleton wandering through his crops.
Yes, we did.
Well, no, we had the
Badass.
rumor about that. That there were undead
Wait.
wandering about.
Was the skeleton wandering through his crops, or did he find a skeleton while he was wandering through the crops?
He found a skeleton wandering through his crops. So he found a skeleton itself that was the skeleton.
Which was
The skeleton
wandering.
was walking through his crops.
What the fuck?
Oxford comma is important.
Yes. An older woman tops that she was she tops that story as she recounts the harrowing tale of how a trio of zombies tried to break into her home, and only the timely arrival of Pharasman priests saved her and her family.
Oh shit, dog.
So you
You
can
think she's making it up? We killed a zombie this morning, knocking on somebody's door.
I mean, it's probably not unreasonable that, like, some of the people are probably making up stories.
Exaggerating.
Just because it's not crazy that it could have happened. And so everybody wants to kind of have the worst story of everyone else.
I just think it was funny that you doubt a woman's story about something that just happened to us that morning.
Eventually, the
Was
four
she-
councilmen eventually sit at just behind the podium, and the mob begins to grow quiet as Councilman Hearthmount booms his voice over the crowd. And he says, "Yes, we are aware of your troubles. Sheriff Collar has kept us abreast of all new developments. I assure you that I and the rest of the councilors are working at our absolute best to find solutions." And the
Well, he does have jowls.
okay, so the town hall just sort of roars back to life again. It sounds like a very recent town hall with any of our Republican politicians. Exactly.
Alright.
That was perfect.
Can I... I mean, I guess I'd probably just be listening to what's going on here. So never mind.
He just shoots.
Well, I
mean,
just
you
wanted
can.
to look for shady shit. Because, the sheriff said we might have a necromancer in our midst. Obviously, everyone thinks it's us, but that doesn't mean it couldn't be just somebody here, right?
Sure, you can.
Flea peers over the town and tries to sense if
Yeah,
anyone is evil.
Oh wow!
Ilix is scanning the crowd for any suspicious characters.
Oh.
Let's see. Ilix. Ilix is particularly. Ilix does particularly well in the crowd, which is unusual for her.
It's particularly unusual today for me to do anything well.
Yeah.
Well, but she's not. I don't think she's
Yeah.
really used to big crowds of people.
No. But she's
Um,
sort of got into her...
She's really tall
like-
though, so she's like looking over
She's like
everyone.
becoming a street
and
rat.
she crawled up. She is crawled up onto a rafter.
Oh,
and is
really?
Yes.
Oh. Plee, can you put your character on a seat somewhere?
Oh, I thought I was in the back of the room.
Just scrolling
Thanks,
through.
boss man.
He's still waiting outside.
He's having a smoke.
That'll be important for reasons. Possibly. Hopefully not.
In our efforts to save the town, we end up like getting locked in and having to murder the entire town's population.
As they all get possessed by the spirits. That'd be kind
They
of
all get
fun.
angry.
I don't think that's how it goes though.
That would be fun at level 8, not at level 1.
I don't give a fuck.
And so the councilman seems to be listening to individuals that he can hear over the crowd, but it's just sort of a roaring cacophony right now. The sheriff is sitting in the back with his hands kind of folded in his lap like he's not surprised. Tanner Ilix, rather, looks around the room, but they all seem like generic villagers. They're all genuinely terrified, and you don't really see anyone that you could pick out in particular that you think would be out of the ordinary or suspicious or anything like that.
Blast. I was really hoping somebody had a skull and crossbones on top of their hat or something.
That reminds me of that. God, what was that skit? Are we the baddies?
Oh yeah.
We've got skulls on everything.
Okay, I need to restart Firefox. Something
Okay.
weird's fucking happening. I'll be right back. Hang on. Like, I reopened my skills tab, and now everything it freezes and then comes back. I don't know if anyone else has had that.
I don't use Firefox.
The
Like a
only thing I
fucking
like about
civilized
Fireboxes
person.
are the actual animals. They're so cute. You ever seen a
Alright.
Firefox?
So,
Oh god. She's on a roll.
So after a short while, the crowd begins to quiet down a little as Councilman Hearthmount is answering some questions. And you guys in the back aren't so privy to the dialogue that's been going on in the front of the room, but some of it becomes a little clearer now that the roaring crowd has died down a little. And you hear one of the townsfolk chime in about, so what are we going to do about all these undead walking around our town? And the councilman Hearthmount, looks around to the other councilmen, and they don't seem particularly excited to speak up. So Hearthmount speaks rather loudly again. Well, I'll have you know that Father Grimborough and his acolytes are going to be stationed at the Restlands to prevent anyone from accessing the cemetery at night. We may be looking for volunteers to assist with that duty, but perhaps a small militia may be in order. And with that suggestion, the crowd begins to become noisy again, with many of the townsfolk voicing disapproval of Hearthmount's half-hearted suggestions. Wow, that was a mouthful. He continues talking, however, in the vain hope of calming them down. He says, furthermore, if you have any information about who is vandalizing the Harrowstone Memorial or see any sturges in the area, and at that point, the mob becomes far too loud for the councilman to continue, and panic begins to set in on many of the villagers as they appear to have no confidence in their leader's ability to protect them.
That's not
Suddenly, and without warning,
good. Oh.
Roll initiative.
we will have initiative roll, but hold on. Suddenly, the 5 oil lanterns illuminating the room explode in a roar of fire, catching 2 of the villagers in the south of the room in flames. All 5 fires then immediately catch on the wooden walls and floors, and the building itself begins to burn. Real panic begins to set in now as the townsfolk quickly realize the danger and look toward the doors.
Oh, fuck.
Boy, those villagers have had better days, haven't they?
God.
I'm gonna step out of the door and step to the side.
Well, I'm guessing you
I'm gonna
can't do
fucking
that.
help. I'm gonna fucking help those. Wait, are the doors locked?
I'm guessing that's why he asked you to step inside.
The doors are not locked, but I will
okay.
need initiative rolls for everyone. This isn't really a combat but we do need to take turns.
It
Well,
just
it's
happened.
turns.
It literally just happened. It's been less than a second.
Like the shock hasn't even set in yet.
That's a 10. I don't know why that is not.
Try changing the ability for your initiative, like whatever it says for the ability thing. Try changing that drop down menu and then changing it back.
I already fixed it.
That's a test roll, but it looks like it's adding correctly now.
That's working now.
Yeah. I don't think I can do that.
Nope.
But
I
this
don't have
first
a
one
roll
is a
from
10
please,
if you
though.
can. I rolled it up there. 12.03.
Oh.
You can add it yourself.
Yeah, you can put it in the turn tracker on your own token.
Okay.
Havelock, as soon as this happens, he turns to look at the villagers and then back at everybody else, and he says,
Join
This,
in.
this situation probably gives you severe PTSD.
Do it. Oh,
"Yeah. Oh my God, this is like
There.
fucking
A nightmare for you.
like a nightmare for me."
Fantastic. That's what I like to hear.
Hi.
Yeah.
Because
Smoke.
my first instinct is to just drop just straight down and then go right out the door.
Okay.
Just like
He's gonna drop down, just crowd surf his way to the door.
I'll roll acrobatics if it's worth like doing like a little like spin around the rafter and like kind of like jump, just sort of trying to control my fall or whatever.
could I
don't-
attempt to
that's-
catch him?
That doesn't quite do you, so you are going to take a little bit of damage from that fall.
That's fine.
Well,
Actually,
Could I
first,
attempt-
first 10 feet, I think you're okay.
Oh no, that's one of the good ones.
That's one of the good ones. Oh my
no,
God.
it is. It's one of the few. Oh God, what? No,
Shoot the fire out.
I can't shoot the fire up. But maybe Zoo can create water. Yeah.
So can I run out or what?
So as of, I'm just gonna give you guys the options that you have in this sort of pseudo combat. You can flee, so you can move with the crowd in its current state, and each square with a face counts as difficult terrain. So that's like moving through any of the villagers. So right now you guys are fine because there's nobody in the walkways and it's just started. You can fight fires. So you can fight a fire in an adjacent square by beating the fire with a cloak or tapestry or anything else you can think of. You can try to direct the crowd, or you can save one of the burning townsfolk. And so Illick's chosen to drop down and I think move out of the burning building.
Yeah, I think she's gonna go out and like try to call anybody nearby to bring water. So
Oh, the what? Isn't there a town well, like right in the middle there?
So for directing the crowd, you can either make a diplomacy check or an intimidate check to try to direct the panicked crowd towards the exit.
me?
Any of us.
Just about, yeah. Oh no, is that awesome Mario chef here?
Presumably, but you can't find him amongst the crowd.
For some reason, they all
Happy
dressed
burning.
up identically.
No, that's the villager from Bane of Magic.
This must be like a
or the
tradition.
messenger.
They wore their town cloaks, like
The
guild
gorgeous
tabard.
fisherman
Oh my
outfits.
god.
Okay.
We really
uh,
stood out.
So Alex moved out.
I'm just gonna exit the building.
Okay. Leopold.
I probably hear this guy screaming in horrible pain, so I'm gonna try to get to him and get him out of there. So, does the sheriff and that villager both count as
Any of
difficult?
the other tokens are going to count as difficult terrain.
Okay, so does that
It slows
does
you
that half
down.
my speed?
Yeah.
I can still get to that guy and get him out of there if I'm adjacent to him, yeah? Like if I push him out of the way, essentially.
You could try to reposition him.
Could you overrun?
Just push him into the
Into the
fire.
Well, is that what overrun is?
uh,
this-
Yeah.
So
I thought that was bull
Am
rush.
I to understand that these fires are like floor to ceiling in these spots, or like you said
so
they came from
the lanterns exploded and the oil inside them has
Okay.
leaked onto the floor and it's burning from floor to ceiling.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. I wasn't sure if it was like magical lantern fire, just like out of a lantern or something. But it exploded. Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, if I end my space on his, or end my turn on his space, would he still just move through me? Because I doubt he's trying to block my way, but I think he's trying to get out of the way. But if I just
Yeah,
kinda,
he's
like,
gonna try to like burst through you, basically.
Well, I mean, I'll let him by, because technically he's a friendly square.
What are you
if you
trying
wa-
to do?
I want to save this guy, because he's burning alive.
So why not move to here?
So just move there.
Oh, okay.
Like, what's he trying to...
Well, because I thought they each counted as a difficult terrain separately of... Never mind.
Well, each
So-
square that has a person in it is gonna count as 10 feet.
Okay, see?
So that movement would require your 40 feet. But you could go... Right, that would be 10,
Yeah.
so 15, and then 25,
And then 30, so there you go. Okay, so that's what I did.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought so. Alright, if I grab him, can I move away? Because these flames are probably going to spread, I imagine. Because this is a wood building. This is a wood building.
You can
This is
carry
such
or
a good
drag one townsperson at a time. So, yes,
Alright.
you can lift up that person and try to move them out of that square.
Okay, so I'll move them out of that square, and can I tell this guy to take the villager?
You... Yeah, you'd have to give an intimidate or diplomacy. Everybody in here is panicked and out for themselves.
Alright, hang on, I will roll and intimidate, that's my better thing. I'm gonna say, take him and go!
Is that a standard to try to encourage people, or is that free?
That's definitely a standard action, I would say.
Okay.
Because you,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming that Leopold isn't just yelling at this guy. He's fucking like grabbing the dude's shoulder and like shaking him, making him listen. Because otherwise, if you're just yelling at somebody, they're gonna just run.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna shove this guy onto his shoulders and go like, take him and go! Door's over there! And just, I'm gonna...
He seems absolutely terrified by you, and he says, "Okay, okay."
Oh my
So
God,
you're
this place is a
telling-
fucking tinderbox.
Okay.
I'm telling this random guy to take this dude out of here so that, you know,
Yes.
he's not in the room with the fire.
Okay, so they will be sharing a square now.
So saving people is you like go to them and pick them up and then move.
Yep.
Okay. Well, as much as I would think that Havelock has PTSD and wouldn't be able to function in this situation, Kendra is more important to me, so I'm going to walk up to Kendra and pick her up and throw her over my shoulder.
Nice.
Oh
What a
wow.
gentleman.
She's in a dress.
Well, she's not actually in one of the fires.
I mean,
I
she
know,
is close
but I'm just
to the
wanting to
door.
get her out, so...
I-
My
I-
charge is to protect her, so...
Fair enough. So you pick her up. Havelock.
I'm gonna move there. That's 5. There's 25, and then I'm gonna go. And I'm using my travel domain, so I ignore difficult terrain. A number of times per day equal to 3 plus my wisdom modifier.
That's pretty cool.
So I can go. And I have 40, and I also have 40 base movement. So I think I can get up here.
You've done 25 so far, so...
Yeah. So it's 35, 40. Can I get up that divot right there?
Definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna doing that.
Oh
Sorry.
dear.
And then I will try to beat the fire out of this person.
Beat the fire out of him.
I'll do both if I have to. But
You
I'm
could ask-
definitely... I'm gonna punch the fire.
Ask Hillary Rodham Clinton to help you.
God. What's her slogan?
Oh, I don't even remember.
I'm with her, you're with me. Oh no. Jesus.
There we go.
So what do I do to try to beat the fire out of the person?
You can either like try to pull her out of the fire, or you can try to fight the fire by beating it with a tapestry or a cloak or some like garment, and that'll be
pull her out of the fire.
yeah.
Okay, do I need movement to do that as well, or can I do
That
that as
is
standard
a
action?
standard action.
Okay, I mean, do I know which one of those, like, what it requires to do either of those things? I feel like... Is that a strength check to pull her out, or...?
There's actually no check to pull her out. It just requires a standard action.
No. Alright, I just pull her out then.
Okay.
I grab her up in my arms.
That won't
I
be the
got you,
first time.
BB.
It won't be the first time I pull it out. You don't know.
What the
This
heck?
is
I think
strange.
she's on the map layer. Hold on.
This isn't the first time I felt a burning sensation while pulling out.
Oh my god.
That sounds really unhealthy.
The base of the fire.
Yeah, CMB. B is in bastards. Yes.
Does-
You managed to throw water on this fire, and it is
I mean, I'm sure he's thankful if he wasn't completely I'd imagine they're unconscious. Or are
yeah,
they just
he's
flailing on the ground?
unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Just imagining these fiery villagers running around with like chickens with their head cut off. sort of
Pretty
thing.
much, yeah.
Well,
That's
they're gonna.
It's a good description of the situation.
Oh, I just realized nobody has told them to go in single file, like calmly.
Yep.
Oh
And it's
no.
now the villagers' turn.
Oh jeez. Good thing I'm on the side of the room. Alex,
Please
look out!
strong. hardened, trained adventurers. These are
That guy
villagers.
better move, because if this fire spreads and kills both of us, I'm gonna be really pissed.
I actually do think a few villagers get out right now.
Sheriff, can we ask the sheriff for help? He's gotta have some ability, right?
Yeah, he's actually trying to make his way toward the front. I think this guy got out, and probably this guy's not working so fast because he's got a fucking other villager on his back that Leopold convinced him
Hey.
to carry.
He's gonna take the fucking credit for saving that guy, and I'm just gonna be the asshole who shoved him into his arms.
Fair enough.
He's gonna have it good. He's gonna have a friend for life.
Yeah, shit. You're right.
They're like,
Stand
oh
by.
man, fire. That sucks.
So I sort of felt guilty about running out of the building, but now I'm starting to feel like I'm the smartest person.
I mean, I'm following you, like, right now.
Oh fuck, man.
I mean, you can
I'm
endure
on fire?
difficult terrain, though, so you can run, like, pretty much through everyone.
Is she on fire
Roll
also?
to trample bystander.
Oh, there is actually a thing for that. Okay. Let's
He's
see.
outside the window. Fucking help! Stop playing the cello.
Oh, God, that'd be tough.
It's the fire.
There is. There is some burning building rules in Pathfinder that I need to look up now because a couple of you are now in fires.
I'm not.
And I don't think it just knocks you out. That seems dumb. So I'm gonna
Yeah, that would
look
be
that up.
entirely
So
stupid.
the building fell. It's like the roof
Well,
collapsed on us.
Fire doesn't affect unattended things very easily, if I recall, so it makes sense that they would have some sort of.
Characters exposed to burning oil bonfires or non-instantaneous magic fires might find their clothes, hair, equipment on fire. Characters at risk of catching fire are allowed a DC 15 reflex save to avoid this fate. So those of you that are now in fiery places, please give me reflex saves.
Nice. We are on it.
You
Travel
both
domain.
mastered your stop, drop, and roll classes.
Do we move out of it, or does it
Am
just
I
put
still
the fire out in
holding
front
the
of us?
council lady as
You
I'm rolling
are.
around on the ground?
You are indeed. No, you managed to dodge the fire as it spreads, basically.
So I'm in the space of the fire without it affecting me.
So think of it like in between rounds, sort of like on the fire's turn, it expanded to your square, but like
And I
that's
jumped out.
actively happening toward your
Okay.
turn. And so
Okay.
once your turn comes around, it's like the fire is creeping toward you, and you'll get a chance to move.
Alright. I have powder horns, which protects my gunpowder from fire. Just gonna point that out before we go any further into this.
The book
craziness.
actually makes some recommendations about altering the environmental rules for fires in a building, because there's actually like smoke inhalation stuff that could really
it's a high
make this
roof.
awful. Yeah, but still.
a lot of
Ilex.
fire now. Ilex isn't really sure what to do, but she knows she doesn't want to be in there.
Fair enough.
Couldn't you direct people?
I can. There's nobody outside,
No,
and
I guess not.
so, like I tried to look and see, but the impression I got that there was nobody out there to hear my calls to bring water.
No, pretty much
So-
all the townspeople are here.
So I guess I will attempt to direct people out of the building and try to encourage them to go get, water, or call up whoever handles fires in this establishment
Fair
or
enough.
place. So that's what is that? Diplomacy or intimidate, right?
Either one, yes.
Well, I'm not very good at either, so might as well try to be nice. Not
Not
great.
quite. Leopold.
Well, obviously I'm gonna step out of this fire, but I don't know in which direction, because this stuff's gonna spread like wildfire if it does that every turn.
It is wildfire.
Holy shit.
It literally is wildfire.
So let me guess, you roll a die to see the number of squares that it
No,
expands into
it actually
each
has
time?
it expands 5 feet per round.
So, what
Oh,
would happen
okay.
if I decided to fight this fire and it worked? So, like-
You could theoretically put out fires.
Like this entire fire, or just only one square?
You can fight fire on an adjacent square by beating the fire with a cloak or tapestry.
My guess is it's one square.
It's one square, yeah.
Oh god, we will never be able
With
to
a
stop
successful
this
check, the fire in that square is extinguished, but the fire can still catch on. The square can still catch on fire as normal in a later round. But
I'm gonna.
I will point out that you may not want fires near the exit.
Yeah, so if I move through these fires, will I have to make another save? Because I was going to run over here and try to put this one out, so it doesn't. spread toward the
Any
exit.
fires that if you pass through the square, I would say yes. You need to make a reflex save.
All right, well then, 5, 15, and then 20.
Okay.
So I'm still good.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna yell to the sheriff to help me fight this, to keep basically like, put it out, keep the entrance clear.
Fair enough.
And I'm gonna try fighting this one, so maybe he'll try to fight this one, and we can
Okay.
keep the fire back until
Right.
Fire Lady over here comes with the water. Well, okay, it's a D20 plus my CMB.
Yes. That's
Is
how
it
you do a
CM?
combat maneuver check. Trying to
What's the
put out a
range?
fire though, so like it takes quite a bit of water to put out a fire
Yeah.
that's going from ceiling
How
to
much?
floor.
How much water does? That's
Not
a
very
lot.
much.
The
Just imagine taking 2 milk jugs, right? And imagine that whole section of the room is on fire that we're sitting in right now. Imagine throwing those milk jugs at that fire. You think that's gonna put it out?
Okay, so how much water does a water skin carry? About the same. Well,
Water
maybe not
skins don't
too
carry no,
barely
hardly.
anything.
Okay.
barely
Yeah.
anything.
Okay. Because I
Can't
was
put out a
thinking maybe-
wildfire with a water skin.
Alright.
Imagine
try.
trying to put out a burning building with a bottle of water
That's a bottle of
Fiji.
Dasani.
Like, it's not gonna work. Everyone pull your dicks out!
Speaking of that, I'm gonna
I
take a
saw
bathroom break while you
everything.
guys figure out what you're doing.
Nope.
Piss on the walls, piss on the floor, piss on each other!
Is it CMD or CMB?
CMB.
B? Oh, too bad it's not D, because that would have been a 17 off the bat.
That's what she
Damn.
said.
Well, CMD is like your AC for CMB.
Well, you're
checks.
defending, yeah.
Yeah.
So Illis, you're just chilling outside?
Ilix doesn't know what to do because this isn't like a thing where I'm from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
we just pick up and leave.
Yeah, you just
Leave.
walk
Like you
away.
don't put out a forest fire if you live in the forest. You just go and move somewhere else.
And also, it's like moist and stuff where I'm from.
So, maybe explain this when I was getting a drink. If you do your intimidate or diplomacy, does that work on people around you or a specific person?
Yeah, I don't know.
He
Doesn't
said,
make sense.
as part of the actions, he said you can direct a person what to do, but I'm sure you could direct people around you to do something similar with the
Like
same
beat out
action.
the fires?
Yeah, it's like if you can do one action to like tell people to
So
put out a fire.
the
you-
intention of directing the crowd, you're probably not going to succeed in convincing any of the villagers to stick around and put out fire. But the intention of directing the crowd allows the villagers to move more orderly and thus faster out of the building.
Okay.
Okay, so he rolled his DMB thing. I'm guessing that doesn't put out a fire.
You attempt to put out the fire with one of the curtains nearby, but it just gets engulfed in flames. Please.
Okay, so before I do my turn, I do want to, because this is very reminiscent of a mention of Matt's thing. You said that the fire spreads 5 feet per round. Now,
Correct.
in other games where I've played where fire spreads, it'll spread 5 feet in a single direction, like only one 5-foot square per round. You seem to have
Well-
made it spread radially,
This is really bad.
which in 3 turns or 4 turns develops the entire building. I'm wondering if. Okay, I'm just making sure like that is your intention,
I will verify that.
cause
You
like,
might be right.
yeah, in other games I've played, like when fire spreads, it literally just like spreads 1 square at a time.
Because this is like ridiculous.
It's
like
ridiculous.
I get this is mechanically like what's supposed to happen. But
You
good God,
are
man.
correct.
In that case, can you edit the fire?
So, okay, so yeah, each one creates a clone
a
of itself
single,
each turn.
yeah.
Okay. Because yeah, I was looking,
Okay.
I was like, all right, this seems like it's gonna get out of hand super quickly.
Yeah, this is getting way out of hand.
You can leave the one under me.
Oh, well, with the new, I guess not. Too late. Because I was thinking I was gonna go up here and try to save this guy, but he gonna die now.
Okay, so on my turn, I am going to bring Kendra out of the building a good distance out of the way so that she doesn't get trampled by other villagers.
Yeah, that was good.
Well, it's one of those, like, in 4 turns, the entire
But
building
have-
was going to be burning.
Yeah,
and so if we
no.
didn't leave, everyone was
That's-
going to
That'd be
die.
great. And then I was like, oh yeah, we're fucked. Like,
And I'm
Yep,
assuming
no,
that this is
you're-
pretty much
you're right.
everyone
I
in the entire
apologize for that.
town. Yeah, and
I
like,
just got so
I don't
excited
know-
because this is so
I know.
cool.
It's cool. And also in other games I've played, like each of these, like up here where you have these 2 fires, this only counts. In other games that I've played, again, not sure if it counts. This would count as a single fire that would spread 1 space, not like each of them would spread.
Oh
But
no!
I don't know
Every
Every
fire,
square.
every square of fire will spread to 1 additional square, so it,
Okay.
it does get exponential.
So it does spread. It does get really fast, but not
right.
ridiculously
Not
insane.
times 6 every time.
Yes. Sorry
Well, it
about
was times 6 and then times 15 and then times.
that. Yeah, I was starting to wonder about that myself because I was like, wow, all these villagers are gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, there's gonna be a real sudden drop in population right
Yeah.
Can you move Kendra for me?
Because
Yes.
She is. I'm gonna set her down out
Okay.
here as my standard action.
that would mean
Havelock.
All right,
because
I'm
as soon
gonna.
as the fire touches them, they go
I've still
down.
got this lady. Is she incapacitated? Or what is the deal with her? I pulled her out of the fire. That lady.
You could heal check to figure that out if you wanted to know.
Oh, okay. Is that a standard action? Or
No,
just psychic attack?
it's just like
I'm holding
looking
her in
her
my-
over while you're running about.
All right, not great.
You could tell that she's not on fire anymore,
Nice. That is a good thing.
and
That's certainly
she's
good.
and she's not dead. So there's that.
That's also good. All right, I'm going to. So let's see.
You can ignore difficult terrain again, right?
That's
5
pretty
times a
cool.
day.
I just imagine like Havelock just.
I'm running out.
Excuse
here.
me, move aside.
Yeah. I'm running out here with her, and I'm gonna, as I pass through, as I get here, I'll do an intimidation check to tell everybody get the fuck out, in an orderly fashion. Look at me, and I just quickly, nimbly slip through the crowd.
Directing the crowd is a full round action.
Oh, it's a full round action. That was a standard.
No,
Okay.
not that part.
In that case,
I would
I don't
get
get
her all the
any
way out of the
extra
building,
move.
maybe?
Yeah, I have to double move to do it though, and I can't do anything else. So, but I might as well, because what else am I gonna do? I guess I'll take her out here, and I'll set her down here.
My guess is
You'll be fine, councilwoman.
Wait, was that the owner of the potion place,
No,
or is that someone else? Okay.
no, that's a new person that you haven't met.
Okay.
Her name is Councilwoman Shanda Faravan.
Well, that's a good way to meet her,
Beautiful
saving
name.
her life.
Cool. So moving to take out the fire would be one action, then putting out the fire is another action, so you can't do like
She could-
directing someone as well.
Yeah,
She
you
could
won't
get
have
over
time.
there and-
You have to keep in mind each round is like 6 seconds, so
Yeah.
you don't have a whole lot of time to explain to
Keep in,
somebody
you,
and
so
run across
you
the room and
can
put out fire.
you can create water at range 25 feet. So like you can put out this fire from where you're standing. You have to move.
She could move and stop this one from spreading to the entrance, though.
Like the way created water, you create it like at will
Above it.
wherever you want.
Yeah.
So like you create 8 gallons of water above a 5-foot square and drop it on it.
You're not making like a ranged attack with water.
Yeah,
You're not
so
like
you can
squirt
go
gunning it
back
at.
to where you were without.
No.
You can either direct her or put out fires.
But you can put out fire and then move to like closer to this fire over here.
It's a good move.
I will point out, there is one dude over here who's on fire.
Indeed, right
Oh
there.
shit. Oh, but he's not a hot lady.
He's steaming.
Or Councilman Hillary Clinton.
Hillary
gosh.
Clinton is not going to say. I mean, the fire kind of exploded the fire kind of exploded onto him, and he's covered in burning oil. I mean,
Oh, yeah. I forgot to do their actions. Decide anything. This was the gods.
Alex could go. Alex could go inside and save that dude in the corner. Because he is still very unconscious in a burning building.
Well, I can't. I don't think I can probably even see that.
No, probably not. I mean, I could declare that they're leaving. No, I guess I probably wouldn't see it either because I've been so busy over here. I'm not exactly perceiving much other than flames in my face.
Ilix, it is your turn.
I'm going to attempt to direct the crowd.
It's probably better we get someone out there. Maybe Kendra can do it when she's out.
Failure!
Oh god.
Yep, unfortunately. Leopold.
My god, everything in this adventure is based around fucking diplomacy and intelligence.
Well, or intimidate.
At least the first chapter.
The check
2
for
out of
intimidate is a
10.
little higher than diplomacy, though. For this particular part.
Hey,
What are we doing here?
There we go.
Oh,
that's,
combat
trying to
maneuver.
put out the fire.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a -1 on that, sorry. The CMB is -1.
I mean, doesn't matter. The check's pretty low.
Okay, good. Yeah, sorry, you slipped it out of your hand and now the tapestry's on fire on your face.
You can choose to move here because it's a standard action to fight fire.
I can choose to move where?
Anywhere you want.
I need to keep fighting this fire, but I'm not going to get any closer to it. I need more backup.
Okay.
Okay,
Then it
so I'm
is
going to stay
police
here
turn.
and keep this fire at bay.
Okay, so I can't talk, but can I like do hand motions to usher people out, sort of thing, and direct them like where to go
Yeah,
after they
totally.
leave?
Loudly
Yep.
gesture.
Cool.
In the last few days when we were researching, I took that little guide that I made and I literally nailed a copy to every single person's door.
Didn't we name, what did we name that?
Understanding plea.
I thought it was you won't believe what he's saying.
Oh my god.
Don't stop believing.
Yeah, we had all those puns. Plea puns.
Look who's talking. One entry.
Look who's not talking.
Next question would be, do these bonuses stack, like if we all direct them?
Negative.
Okay, so only one person needs to be doing it every time
Yes.
they're moving. Alright, in that case, I will take my full round action, and I'll pull out Gabby's greatsword to do it, or at least have my
Okay.
hand on it, because that's part of my thing that I have to do to correctly intimidate people. And I'll
Okay.
use it like a baton, as I say, everybody get in a fucking line! That wasn't great.
Better than
That
we've done
kinda
so
worked.
far.
This is no time for charades, please.
Yeah.
Does your weapon give you any kind of bonuses? Because you got 8 plus
Yeah.
0 there.
It does.
Oh, 8 plus 8. Sorry.
8 plus 8. That's my
Plus
total.
8, damn.
Damn.
Is that?
Not quite high enough for the intimidate.
Oh shit.
Bah! I mean, I rolled an 8, so what are you gonna
Yeah.
do?
Hydraulic push is an actual spell, and it's fucking awesome. Just saying.
You had that on the druid, yeah?
Yeah.
Carry
Don't
me!
like it. I don't like it.
Carry me!
Okay.
So I
Fire
have the
time.
creeping suspicion this is not the end of this combat.
What makes you say that?
That tone you just took. Oh god. Oh, this is getting bad.
I was
Oh
about
my
to
God.
say it can't be shit forever.
I mean,
That's
is
where
your
you're wrong,
is your
kiddo.
diplomacy actually good, or should you be maybe focusing
a
on
-1.
CMBs?
Ilix isn't going into that building. It's just not happening.
Fair enough.
This is not a thing that she's psychologically equipped to deal with.
I mean, surely she could observe her party members, though, and
Oh yeah, she can observe them. Standing inside a
A burning
burning
building.
box.
all right, Leopold.
Let's see. 10, 20, 25. Okay, I'm gonna move up next to Leopold and usher him out of the building and tell him I got this.
I'm not going anywhere, damn it.
I point to the villagers and suggest that he might be better at persuading them than I will. And that I'm
quickly
better
look at
equipped
my
to
guide
handle
from
fire.
Townlock. I quickly look at my book and realize that he's directing me to do another job that I might be better at. And think that's what I'll do next turn. Because I can't.
There you go. There you go. Now it's CMB to put out the fires?
Correct.
It's CMB.
Okay, is that in my
Fairly
text
low.
macro?
I'm not there.
Oh,
I'm outside.
Oh, nice.
Ah. Is that
I'm
good?
underneath the.
Fuck yeah. Havelock.
I actually have
alright.
CMB, so I can put out
Havelock
fires.
is gonna 5 foot here, I guess, because he'll be kind of out of the way there, and we'll try to intimidate everybody into an orderly retreat once again. Orderly exit. There we go.
Oh, you succeed. You hold your blade up to the throat of one of the villagers, and everyone nearby goes, "Whoa, guy!" Like, fine.
Everybody survived the fire! I'm gonna kill this motherfucker!
Basically, you convince them that you are scarier than the fire, and they decide to file out in an orderly fashion as to avoid your wrath.
Hell yeah.
Xenesis.
If we
That
put
lady-
this out,
That lady I just saved is like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? He just
She's still
he just, like,
unconscious.
daringly
so-
rescued me from a burning building.
if
and
we
started
put this out, we
threatening.
can focus on getting everyone out of here. So let's just try to get this out of here.
I mean, he is an Inquisitor.
Oh Jesus!
No. Xenesis unfortunately splashes her water against the wall and it trickles down and sizzles and steams. Alright, we don't currently have any villagers in fire, so that's good. I think once they pass that line, we'll just call it good.
Yeah, I would get. They're out.
Well, I'd imagine.
That guy, this guy was, yeah.
Since I rolled so well, can I play them like a game of Tetris? Like each time, like a row of the women get down, they just boop 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 and disappear.
I can't believe
Everyone
they double the
is-
movement when you succeed at that. That's insane.
It's so good. Even Hillary's gonna live. Look at her. Took was threatening a man's
Helps
life.
a lot. Yeah, I'm still holding that guy hostage. I'll do it.
By Pharasma, try me!
It just became like a fucking hostage situation.
He's being carried.
The sheriff is carrying him. Yeah, the sheriff ran up and saved him. Hillary trips and falls. Havelock's directing them with double movement. I don't think I need to leave. I'm gonna keep fighting these fires.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're
To a point. Once everyone's out, we're
pretty
good.
close to out of harm's way now.
Yeah. But I still gotta get that guy out of the corner.
What's the deal with this dude? Yeah, is he?
He's unconscious.
He's unconscious, yeah.
Nobody's paid any attention to him. He's been unconscious on the floor for 3 rounds.
Everybody gets out. We're like, well done, everybody. That was a good job. And everybody's like, wait, what happened to Dave?
Where's
Where's
Dave?
Dave? We just turn back around and you just hear as the roof caves in and collapses.
The body is spiraling free of the building with a big explosion.
Here lies Dave.
So everyone forgot him.
Probably won't be remembered very long. As he was in life.
I guess
Oh,
Alex
wait.
can continue.
You mean like actual running?
Yeah, like,
You can.
I mean, I'm going around the fire.
As long as you
and
go
I'm
around, you
basically-
can.
Yeah.
It lowers your AC when you run. Oh, but something
Well-
happens right now that I almost forgot about.
Oh shit.
As if dealing with burning buildings weren't already dangerous enough, the windows along the northern wall shatter as a pair of flaming human skulls shriek into the chamber.
Oh my
Great.
fucking...
So wait, a pair, so just two?
Yes.
Okay. Well, those weren't too ridiculous the last time we fought them. It's not the
I
oven.
motion to Xenesis that she might want to channel again. If she's in range of them.
Well, looks like they're all the way 80.
Can you put them on top of the fire?
I'm getting there, bud.
Okay.
Yeah. Felix isn't the one directing them. She's failing at that, so she can come in and at least shoot these things.
Those are
And
tiny
I don't
skulls.
think I don't think our melee are gonna run up and and fight them. To be completely honest. So I think right now me and Xenesis are, or me and Ilix are about the only people who can really do anything about it.
That's where you want to go, Zoo.
Yeah, I don't know about fire.
You have quite a bit of soft cover in between you and it. You could try, but you're gonna have at least, let's see, 4,
Yeah.
8, 12.
Do they stack? Does soft cover stack?
Yes.
I thought you just either had soft or hard cover.
No, so hardcover will provide, hardcover actually
Yeah,
provides
get
cover,
that
like
one.
actual cover, so you have a percentage chance to miss if you have actual cover. Soft cover just adds 4 to the AC.
So I'm going to kind of zag through the crowd and get inside
Yep, that's a good plan.
and loose an arrow.
I'm also going to motion to Leopold that he is probably better equipped to handle the flaming skulls than I
Oh
am.
yeah, no,
so-
I'm definitely gonna go over there and shoot them on my turn. Well,
Actually,
I'm gonna shoot the one on the
move
right.
one more square. Just to get in point blank.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to move there.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's a 10. With my undead, and then
Okay.
still not enough though.
And precise shot.
Yeah.
Let me check the stats on that.
Man. Fuck this RNG today.
I'm not sure that
So bad.
it stacks. It just says that you have. It's worded sort of ambiguously, but I won't
To
get
hit
into that
and
now.
damage.
Creatures, even your enemies, provide cover against your ranged attacks, giving you +4 bonus to AC.
It doesn't say
Yeah, it's
any,
like one of those,
doesn't
you either
say
have soft
whether or
cover or
not
you don't.
That
whether or
means
not like
each creature.
individual creature. I wouldn't rule it that way, but I mean you can do it. Like that's not how I interpret that, but I mean
Man, yeah,
it
no.
just doesn't say. To me, that would be the difference between soft cover and hard cover. I would say, okay, you
Hard
have
cover
12
is
people,
physical
they have hard
objects,
cover.
though.
Okay.
Like, if you are hiding behind something and you have partial cover, then it's a 20% miss chance. If you have total concealment and you're, like, hiding behind a rock or some shit, it's 50% chance.
Alright. Yeah, I don't know how it... I don't know. I don't really know the rules well enough for cover.
I will, I'll bounce that idea off Andrew, but I'm pretty sure that it's each creature.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to bog us down.
It's okay. I was looking up Bring Skull's stats anyway.
These are the same dudes that we ran into in the Harrowstone room, yeah?
Yes, as I recall, they have
They have
fairly
very
reasonable
AC.
AC. It's not bad.
Yeah. I remember. Well.
Yeah, the
I
10's
mean-
gonna miss though. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It did. It still
Well,
does hit.
you
For
do
that,
hit.
Hold on. Up close and deadly adds 1d6 of damage, so hang on.
Okay. Ba-bam!
Hey! So the gun jammed, but I did hit him.
The gun jams and you throw it at him.
I'm not throwing bracing.
So it looks like the highest it can be is +8.
Let's discuss it afterward.
Yeah. I was just while waiting.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay, rule lawyer.
Well, no, I'll
I
explain
just
why
asked you.
afterwards.
It's fine.
I mean, I'm waiting for my turn, so.
Yep. So Leopold went. It's Plea's turn.
Cool, I am going to run over to this guy around the fire and the people and pick him up.
Okay.
I am ill-equipped to deal with fiery skulls. In
Well,
fire.
In fire, yeah. Normally you'd be fine, but the fact that they're engulfed in a town-sized flame.
Okay.
Darfe deciding who he wants to murder.
Well, they have a specific thing that they do in this combat, and so I have to.
Oh no, they're gonna kill Hillary.
They're gonna kill Hillary.
Okay, my turn. It looks to me like these guys will be well out of the way without me intimidating them again.
Yeah,
So
you can move through.
I'll release this guy, and I'm gonna I say charge, but I'm not actually charging up and gonna
Gotcha.
attack that
Yeah.
skull. And
Oh, you can move 40 feet per round.
40 feet per round, but I also have.
Oh
travel
yeah,
command gives-
Sorry.
Gives me.
Oh, you don't have to use that.
5.
Because it would be 10, 20, 30,
Okay.
or 25, so.
Probably
Oh.
doesn't matter. I have 5 uses of it, and I've only used 2.
Yeah, this is the time to do it too. So-
Actually, I don't
Yeah,
even know if
right.
I didn't even use 2. I don't think. I think I just did a full
You used-
sprint. I used 1 to get onto the
get onto
stage.
the
I
stage,
don't
yeah.
think I used it to get back.
No, you did.
I
You
was
sprinted
able
through
to.
the crowd the second time.
Yeah. Here we
Hey.
go.
Wow. Yep.
2d6, damn.
That's what
You hit
fucking,
hard.
Tanner's Barbarian showed me.
Yep.
Cleft in twain.
Cynicis.
I think Havelock is getting worked up into a
I would
bloodlust.
move over here then, after that. Just a suggestion.
Yeah, no, sure. Leave the gunslinger behind in the flames. That's fine.
You're not in the
Not that I'm
flames,
carrying
and
gunpowder.
it's not gonna spread to your square. It was
And
gonna
you're
spread to hers.
autonomous.
So,
If it was still in a circular pattern, this whole room would be on fire. Oh
Yes,
god.
by now.
It'd be a wall of fire heading towards us.
Would have
It'd
been
be
much more
heroic
of a challenge.
Ragnaros all over again.
It's fucking Dark Souls version.
Yeah.
Which, if you played the DLC for the third game, you know that's not that far from the truth.
You know those fucking trees, you mean?
No, I meant the boss fight. Last boss fight.
Oh, okay. In Lander. You had to say.
Does this catch your fucking ammo on fire?
No, I've got powder horns for this specific reason, because
Yeah,
If
was a good pickup.
yeah, if I had a barrel on me, it would be at my back and it would have already exploded, killing everyone in the room. It does like 5d6 in a 50-foot radius.
Fuck that.
Yeah, no, it'd kill us all. I'm carrying about that much on me, but it's in powder horns, which was a smart move. They're like 5 gold to make, but very, very worth it.
Oh, it's Ilix's turn, sorry.
Thanks.
So I think I'm going to keep shoving people. Wait, what's
Let us leave
this
this
guy's
place.
in the corners? Dude?
he's on
Please,
my back.
Olian.
Hello.
Okay.
I'm just underneath.
Oh.
Cool.
Hello.
There we go.
I
Now you
got
can see me.
from under this corpse.
Okay.
I want to imagine that actually happened, or like you see the hand appear behind him and wave at Illick.
Well, I
He's
guess
like,
I'm gonna keep pushing people out the door. So that's.
Gotta take a
Oh,
bullet away.
please!
Hey, hey!
Yeah. Right this way, please. Right this way.
And
Keep
at this
calm.
point, you're talking to the council people, so that's actually like really nice.
Yeah.
The barrel roll kicks in, and I turned to Genesis and said, "Let's get the hell out of here."
Yeah, I think the town hall's fucked.
Yeah, no, shit's fucked. We ain't saving this. So I guess I get
It
out.
actually is possible to save the town hall, but the fires in
Yeah.
the front burned too long without being addressed, so...
I think we'd have to
But we
beat
at
all the
least saved the
fires out.
villagers.
Yep, that's more important for sure.
I mean, we can rebuild the building. You can't bring back a person. Well, you can,
Well,
but yeah.
we. I mean,
You say we, but it's really more of...
yeah, you're using the we thing. That's more of a
Well-
them thing.
Yeah. Other people can bring back villagers. That's actually kind of one of the big problems.
Do a fucking quick Family Guy cut to 2 weeks later, and Havelock's holding another civilian hostage. Build that! Put the fucking 2x4s in! Get it nailed up!
Just
I'll fucking kill it!
beating the
You're calling
beating the
yourself
fucking jug to
carpenters.
death.
I'm gonna come out here with that guy.
Okay.
Bowing to the councilman as I pass, kind of like
Excuse
asking
me,
to
coming through.
squeeze yeah, exactly. Without saying that.
Havelock.
I think I'm just gonna run out. Cause I mean they're all gonna be moving quickly anyway, so I just brush past everybody.
I would just leave. Really.
And there's no point at this point, I don't think.
There's no way we can put these out, but we can get out of there and everyone's gonna make it. Supposedly. Unless the building collapses. I shouldn't have said that. Should not have said that.
You can just do like a double move and leave.
Should not have said that.
To
not.
tend to the unconscious like person that I dragged out and the unconscious councilwoman, making sure they're okay.
Sure.
Since we dragged them out of the building.
Hold on. There's important to be patient.
The fashion please.
Oh man, I didn't play the music for the professor's zombie time. Man. This is what that was supposed to be.
That's very sad sounding.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I missed it. Oh well. I know. Well, you know what? It's not actually bad for the creepiness of now. So let's do it.
I mean, we're watching like a symbol of town prosperity burn down in front of us.
Does
Yeah.
nobody give a shit that we just kicked so much ass in there?
I mean, I saw it.
Shit's fucked. I appreciated that.
I mean, I was wondering if he was gonna do that, but either way, I just wanted further note that that shit is indeed fucked.
It does seem indeed to be fucked.
That's our
So,
conversation watching the building burn down.
you
Is this
can
the
tell
apocalyptic?
that, like, as you are all watching the town hall burn down, you can tell that the villagers have gone from being just, like, nervous and worried to just downright terrified, right? Like, lanterns don't just burst into flame on their own.
No, they do not.
And at this point, everyone's pretty convinced that like the haunting is sort of like a rumor, not exactly.
Yeah,
Deal.
now it's confirmed, right? Like, now people know that there's some supernatural shit going on here,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're all scared. And so, Councilman Hearthmount will approach you, and he'll say, "Well, I really appreciate what you did in there. You probably saved the whole town. I think that it would be in our best interest to offer you some sort of reward if you could stop this from happening again."
Everybody cough! Everybody cough! Let's cough!
He coughs, but it's like not really like it's quiet, super quiet,
Just clapping with his hands.
like
I'll
loud
turn to the-
exhaling.
I'll turn to the council and go, well, that's definitely a better incentive, but we've been looking into it for the past, 2 weeks?
Oh?
What my friend is trying to say is yes, we will accept rewards for continuing to prevent these crimes. And
This,
accident.
this seems to have moved out of our ability to handle. And you seem to know a lot more about the supernatural than we do. He looks at the other council members and he goes, I think we could probably part with the sum of 500 gold per person.
Cash
Sounds
money.
all right to me.
If you are to save our town.
So what would the metric be on that? Like, what's the end
A lot.
goal? Like, what's the end point on
Solve
that
the mystery
agreement?
of fucking whatever this is.
Well, stop these events from happening.
Which,
that
as
sounds
we've
like a
already
good
sort of linked, is because of Harrowstone, so we just gotta figure that out. But
Yeah.
maybe we go there when we're level 2. This inspirational rising music.
Is this Apocalyptica, by the way?
Yep.
Nailed it. I know. You should listen to their Metallica remix.
Yeah, it's good.
Listening to fucking metal on cellos
where's
is
the
awesome. Probably under a villager.
Yeah, he probably collapsed from smoke inhalation. Which luckily we didn't have to deal with. Man, though, it's been an eventful day.
Yes.
I would say
Like-
so.
Breakfast started with a zombie attack, and then we fought fires and flaming skulls.
I'm also gonna amend this a little bit because apparently it's not the whole town. It's roughly a third of the town, and there are like people who are scared to travel at night, people who take care of children, and all that kind of thing were not present.
That's still a lot of people.
Still, it was roughly 60 people.
If that doesn't get people to trust us, I don't know what will.
Well, I mean, the town hall did burn down.
I mean, that could have been better, but nobody died.
Yep.
I have a
We
hard
did.
time believing that they wouldn't trust us because we failed to save the town hall. Like, that seems a little much.
They might be a little bit more like they're not so bad after all-ish.
If we did save the town hall, then they'd be super trusting, but like, I feel
If
like
we
they'd probably
did
trust us a
that
little
too,
bit more. A
Dark
lot more.
Fucking...
I mean, once
Such a big
we've saved
troll
the
crusher.
town, I don't think I care much if they're super trusting.
Because
Because we'll be able to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll have my money. 500
But,
gold sounds like a...
Councilman
good-
Hearthmount like makes that offer to you, and like the councilmen around him agree, and you can actually hear some of the villagers murmuring to themselves that they would be absolutely willing to pay you.
Take cash, grass, or ass.
I'm gonna like do a couple
While
hand
still carrying
gestures
the other.
towards Havelock and be like, maybe you should suggest to the townspeople that if they encounter anything, to let us know specifically, and we can negotiate things.
I do that.
Okay.
Yes, it might get us a level.
Actually, I think I'll
It's
broker
gonna
that
be-
specific thing with the
Yeah.
councilwoman that I saved from the building. I did.
Oh my.
A powerful one. My sugar mama.
Alrighty. So they broker a deal with you, 500 gold per person, if you guys can stop these haunting events from occurring.
Is
Man,
that
all we gotta do
per
now is just not die.
haunting thing or
Nope. That's
total?
That's
basically to rid the town of supernatural influence.
All right.
And
So,
from a meta
calm down
level,
here.
you would know that that's probably ridding Harrowstone of its evil influence.
Yeah. I'll agree with them, and then I'll kind of lean over to Plea, and I'll whisper, "Joke's on you. I'm an Inquisitor. I was gonna do it anyway."
I know, right?
Play will chuckle a little bit.
Hey, now.
Hey now.
You're an all-star.
Get your game
Get
on.
your
I mean,
game
Ple's
on.
a
Well,
monk, so he's not used to having that much money. It's just huge for him.
I know, right?
I'll
Well-
keep your share.
I mean, I gotta go to work here in about 5 minutes.
Is
But
that a new
damn.
character?
No.
I'm kidding.
He hunts, damn it. I just rolled and does it. I wish I could. Let's see how well I do at work today.
Oh, wouldn't that be so nice?
I know.
Ah, I don't feel
Then
like
you
going to
roll the
work. Let me
ones
just
like
roll a
on fire.
dice. Okay, I
Yeah.
did well today.
Alright. That's a fucking good place to end, though, right at the
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say you guys are level 2 now.
Oh, yeah.
Yay! Speaking of which,
Yeah.
Ryan failed to mention to everyone else that
Yeah.
in the other game we're level 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
So is Crom, or does Crom have to catch up?
Crom is also leveled. You guys are all gonna go for shared experience
Yay.
things. You're all level 2.
Yeah.
I thought I'd put that in there in case you forgot again.
Wild man of the north.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
idea was that
level
people
2
can
for
drop
sure.
in and out, and we'll still play it. So if I did that, made it so that each person had individual experience, that would be kind of uncool. Plus, I don't want to go through the pain of tracking experience for each person and trying to keep that balanced for everyone.
Hmm.
That's my phone going off.
This was good, man. That was fun.
I'm glad you liked it.
That was. I almost got fucking caught on fire twice.
I think Havelock was like driven into a fucking rage of like ecstasy by the fact that he actually got to do anything.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
this
because
is
your
the
backstory.
this-
Yeah.
This is no, that and the fact that so far in the campaign I've missed every attack with my greatsword. I've not contributed to any fight. Like the best that I've done is like knowledge checks. I can't convince anybody to do anything. I haven't been able to do. I didn't dodge the rock that fell on my face. I haven't done anything until today. And then I was like, yes, I can help. I'm like charging through the crowd.
So counted everything. It's like 50-50 on our
Well, that's ones and
min-maxing.
20s. If you count like under 10 and over 10, it's probably going to be way skewed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rough night, but a good night.
I thought it was
It wasn't
fun.
that rough to me. I thought it was good.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean the rolls, but yeah.
I
don't
mean,
think the rolls were that bad.
they really weren't.
The rolls seemed pretty middle of the road.
But you're level 1, right? So you should expect
Yeah,
that
you're level
occasionally
1.
you're gonna have rounds where you're not effective. But ultimately, none of the villagers died. Really, the only loss you had was the town hall burned down. So now
Right.
you
Which
is
lost
just
that
a
as a place where you can look up records.
So I'm
Oh,
saying
good
it was a
point.
good night, but rough night.
I mean, but you did save everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good night.
I wouldn't describe it as a rough night. I think we did quite
Pretty-
well.
Heroic
I mean,
night.
this is a campaign where things are going to be rough a lot. It's not. You're not
This is
gardening.
Sparkles and angels.
If we were gardening, Plea would be doing wonderfully. He has a plus 20 gardening check.
There were quite a few failures to like put out fires and shit.
But when
But
we
in
took
the
out
end, it was
those,
enough to stop it.
the
Well, not
flaming
stop
it,
skulls,
abate
you
it.
guys did great on that.
I mean, they had 5
Yeah,
HP.
did you
were
shoot one,
fine.
Leopold?
Ilix, I think, shot one.
Oh,
No,
Ilix.
I tried to, but I was a bit
Oh.
today.
Never mind.
Oh, well.
Yeah, Leopold then did shoot one really well.
Well, that was only because of the point blank skill, to be honest.
Still good.
Well, I use it all the time. I mean, not on Havelock.
So I'm curious,
Yes.
relatively, I know it's meta knowledge that we're not supposed to have, but like how we doing on that trust scale?
So, there's actually an influence that saps trust every day.
Oh.
So you are working actively against that supernatural influence.
Damn.
So your trust has gone up, but probably not as much as you think.
Interesting.
So it's not like we can just get a shitload of trust in the bank and just chill.
You have to be actively working on it because it decays.
It probably doesn't help that we spent 6 days in the library not talking to anyone.
No, not so much. But you did earn trust on a few of those days. So you kind of, I think. Let me look at that note. Yeah, I think you came out like neutral there. You ended up with the same trust as when you started. So
Well, that's good. And we just saved a bunch of people, so that's good for us.
yes, I'll say that it's good that you saved everyone, but you don't get like a bunch of bonuses for every person that you saved. It was a big penalty
Yeah,
that you avoided for not letting anyone die.
Yeah, I figured as much. I figured we'd be punished if we let someone die more than we'd be helped by saving
yeah.
everyone.
All right, I have got to go.
Oh,
Alright,
GG,
man.
man. Good
Alright,
luck at
man.
work.
Thanks for
Yep.
playing.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.